LoveLore Library. Chapter 550. Upon hearing Qin Feng's words, the surrounding sects could no longer remain calm. A blue-grade spiritual equipment and a black-grade cultivation technique were both treasures that could cause a bloodbath in the martial arts world. Now that Qin Feng had two of them on him, how could they not be excited? Grandmaster Yuanzhen, please stay. Amei sect's priestess Heartless was the first to step forward. During the battle at Hepping Town, Priestess Heartless was suppressed by the other four sects and was forced to withdraw from the team that fought for Qin Feng's treasures. This time, she led the experts of her sect here again. How could she back down so easily? Priestess Heartless, your strength is far inferior to mine. I advise you not to meddle in this matter, lest it affects the friendship between our two sections. Monk Yuanzhen glanced at Priestess Heartless indifferently. This monk looked harmless, but his majestic and turbulent aura rippled endlessly from his body. He could kill most of the people here with a single palm strike at any time. Grandmaster Yuanzhen, that brat Qin Feng has just killed the disciples of Mount Hua. I have to avenge him. I hope Grandmaster Yuanzhen can detain Qin Feng so that I can have a chance to execute him. After Priestess Heartless took the lead, Madman Yang quickly stepped forward as well. Then, as if they had found a backer, each of the major sects stepped forward and expressed their desire to detain Qin Feng. In a few breaths' time, hundreds of martial artists surrounded the Shaolin Temple. 18 Shaolin Temple disciples had come, and they had formed a formation of 18 bronze men. Yuanzhen stood in the center of the formation. He looked calm on the surface, but inwardly, he was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. Both sides were in a stalemate, and no one was willing to back down. Qin Feng took advantage of this time and hurriedly bought a bottle of inner yuan pills from the system. Immediately, a warm current surged through Qin Feng's body. The abundant spiritual qi nourished Qin Feng's body, allowing his broken bones to regrow and reconnect. The chaotic qi in his body also quickly adjusted. Qin Feng leaned weakly against a large tree and pretended to be in pain because his arms and legs were broken and he couldn't walk. However, his body was healing quickly. Now, not only were his broken bones completely connected, but his inner qi had also recovered by 70 to 80%. The confrontation on the other side was still going on. It had already lasted for 5 minutes. During these 5 minutes, the people from Shaolin Temple and the other major factions were releasing their auras to suppress each other. The air around them seemed to be solidifying. The oppressive atmosphere caused many of the weaker martial artists to be unable to breathe. Some had already knelt on the ground and vomited. Bang! A loud sound suddenly came from Yuanzhen's body. The peaceful smile on Yuanzhen's face had long since disappeared. He swept his gaze over the crowd with a ferocious expression and said, "There is a correct path for all of you, yet you refuse to take it. You insist on opposing my Shaolin Temple. In that case, don't blame this poor monk for being rude." In order to fight for Qin Feng's treasures, Shaolin Temple had sacrificed monk Yuan Qing, a stage 8 inner qi expert, in Hepping Town. In the eyes of Shaolin Temple, Qin Feng belonged to them. How could Yuanzhen hand over Qin Feng now? He could only do his best to fight against the other factions. Yuanzhen roared, and the Shaolin Temple's 18 bronze men quickly changed their formation. They changed from a defensive formation to an offensive formation. The 18 bronze men were as tough as steel. They charged into the crowd with unstoppable momentum. When the disciples of the major factions struck the 18 bronze men with their sabers, spears, and staffs, they gave off ear-piercing metallic sounds. However, they did not cause any damage to the Shaolin Temple disciples. Yuanzhen leaped up and hovered in the air. Then, he sent out a flurry of palm strikes at the surrounding factions. Thunder roared in the sky and strong winds blew on the ground. Several cultivators were blown back and vomited blood. Sonorous thunderpalm. Rumble. The battle started at any moment, and it was extremely bitter. Although Shaolin Temple did not have many people, they gained the upper hand by attacking first. This round of attacks caught the other factions off guard. The Stage 4 inner chi cultivators were caught off guard and were severely injured on the spot. Many of them were even killed by Yuan Zhen with one palm strike. Shaolin Temple is too arrogant. Everyone, attack together. Chase them away. Yuan Zhen, to think that Shaolin Temple keeps saying, Buddha is merciful. You want to take Qin Feng's treasures for yourself and even want to kill everyone. You are simply devoid of conscience. For a moment, the surroundings were filled with curses and complaints about Shaolin Temple's actions. The experts of the major factions had already recovered from their daze. Many of them started dodging Shaolin Temple's attacks. The Stage 6 inner chi experts and above even started to counterattack. Wudang 13 formations, attack. Rapid violent saber. Mount Hua sword technique. Unfettered illusion formation. Myriad dust extermination. The dozens of factions started to counterattack, setting up their formations and making their moves. The Immerse sect's azure-clothed priestess was very eye-catching among the crowd. Although they were all women, their strength could not be underestimated. This was especially so for Priestess Heartless. She held a frost iron horsetail whisk. When she swung it, hundreds of saber chi were hidden in the air, making it impossible to dodge. The effects of her attacks were the same as Qin Feng's wind blades. Dang! 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 All kinds of attacks landed on the 18 bronze men. The sound of metal clashing could be heard. It was as if these 18 men were made of copper and iron. Faced with such an opponent, the martial artists who were below Stage 6 inner chi felt powerless and powerless. I want to see if the Shaolin 18 bronze men formation is really unbreakable. Watch my sword. Madman Yang swung his sword a few times, but he was unable to hurt the Wudang disciples. This time, he was angry. He leaped onto the top of the 18 bronze men. The long sword in his hand danced quickly, forming streaks of sword shadows. Madman Yang, our Wudang 13 formations will help you suppress the Shaolin disciples' inner chi. Quickly break through them. Zhang Duanya led the Wudang disciples into a formation to assist Madman Yang. Madman Yang's eyes were bloodshot, and he began to change his strategy. Previously, he had a broad vision, and continuously attacked every single member of the 13 bronze men formation. Now, Madman Yang brandished his long sword, and within a breath's time, he could unleash dozens of white sword shadows, and all of them were concentrated on a single Shaolin disciple's body. Dong, dong, dong. The sound of the sword chi landing on the disciple's body changed. The disciple's face turned pale and he looked like he could not hold on any longer. Under the high-intensity sword chi, Madman Yang's eyes were already bloodshot. He took a deep breath of inner chi and once again swung his long sword faster. The sword chi filled the sky. At the same time, the head of the Quick Blade sect, South Sea Blade King, also came forward to help with his huge blade. With a swing of his blade, a huge sword chi whizzed over and smashed onto the 18 bronze men. Rumble. An explosion spread out. One of the 18 bronze men's body seemed to have exploded. The clothes on his body were all torn to shreds. He screamed and fell to the ground. With one of the 18 bronze men broken, the remaining 17 were obviously weaker. Seeing this situation, the Divine Dragon sect, Tianshan sect, Throwing Dagger Society, Flaming sect, and more than 10 other sects came to the center of the battle and began to surround the Shaolin 17 bronze men. After the formation was broken, the strength of the Shaolin Temple disciples plummeted. They could not resist the encirclement at all. When Yuan Zhen saw this scene, he felt extremely anxious. He wanted to rush over and help, but there were still 5 stage 7 inner chi experts around him. They did not give Yuanjin a chance to catch his breath. Seeing that the situation was hopeless and that most of the Shaolin Temple disciples were heavily injured, Yuanjin could only suppress his rage. He shouted, "Everyone, stop. I can keep Qin Feng here and discuss with everyone how to deal with him." Earlier, Yuanjin had been overbearing and wanted to monopolize all of Qin Feng's treasures. Now, when he saw that he could not defeat Qin Feng, he started to ask for peace. Everyone looked down on his actions. However, they still stopped fighting. They could indeed work together to destroy Yuanjin and the Shaolin Temple disciples. However, the Shaolin Temple was one of the 3 sects and 5 major sects of China. If they really did that, they would suffer the revenge of the Shaolin Temple in the future. They did not want to make such a great enemy. All the major forces stopped fighting. Yuanjin leaped to the side of the Shaolin Temple disciples. He piled the severely injured disciples together and circulated inner qi in their bodies to help them heal. After a while, Yuanjin stood up again. He looked at the crowd angrily and said, "Qin Feng killed my junior brother Yuanqing. This time, the Shaolin Temple should get more treasures. The Great Shaolin Temple will take the blue-grade spiritual weapon and the black-grade cultivation technique on that brat. You can split the rest of the treasures among yourselves." When they heard Yuanjin's words, everyone immediately became unhappy. The most attractive things on Qin Feng were the blue-grade battle armor and the black-grade cultivation technique. It was simply a fool's dream for the Shaolin Temple to take both of them at once. "Grandmaster Yuanjin, according to what you said, Qin Feng also killed Zhang Yunqing, the proud disciple of our Wu-Tang sect, 3 days ago. Shouldn't our Wu-Tang sect also take away Qin Feng's blue-grade spiritual weapon and profound-grade cultivation method? However, this brat only has so many treasures on him. How can everyone take as many as they want?" "That's right. Our Divine Dragon sect suffered even greater losses last time. We even lost our first elder. We also want 2 of the best treasures." Yuanjin's suggestion clearly did not meet everyone's expectations. The crowd immediately broke out into discussion, each with their own opinions. Normally, Yuanjin would have killed those people who made a ruckus if he encountered such a situation. However, the Shaolin Temple had just been defeated. Yuanjin could only hold back his temper and say, "Stop making a ruckus. In that case, why don't all of you come up with a good suggestion for splitting the treasures?" Yuanjin's shout caused everyone to fall silent. It was not that they were afraid of Yuanjin, but that no one could think of a reasonable way to split the treasures. No matter how many treasures Qin Feng had on him, he would at most have 10, right? However, there were at least 30 factions present. Moreover, many more factions were rushing over. Even if each sect had 1 treasure, it would not be enough. "Everyone, before you think of how to split the treasures on me, I want to settle my personal grudge with these bald donkeys from the Shaolin Temple. Does anyone have any objections?" Just as everyone was feeling depressed, Qin Feng, who had been ignored all this while, suddenly spoke. Everyone looked at Qin Feng in shock. Qin Feng had a smile on his face. At this moment, he was still sitting under a big tree. Everyone thought that Qin Feng's limbs were broken and he couldn't use his martial arts. At this moment, Qin Feng actually said such big words. It was really puzzling. "You ant, you only know how to spout nonsense. Let me teach you a lesson again." Yuanjin had been suppressing his anger. When he heard Qin Feng suddenly speak up, Yuanjin leaped up and sent a palm strike at Qin Feng in midair. Chapter 551. See. When everyone saw Yuanjin attack, they all inhaled sharply. They did not pity Qin Feng's life. Instead, they feared that after Yuanjin killed Qin Feng with a palm strike, they they would not be able to force out Qin Feng's black-ranked cultivation technique. "Venerable Yuanjin, please show mercy," someone in the crowd exclaimed. Yuanjin had been suppressing his anger. He had unleashed his full strength to send out a palm strike. Furthermore, the sonorous thunder palm had already landed. Thunder crackled above Qin Feng's head. Clearly, Yuanjin could not pull back his palm strike. "You insignificant ant. If you die, so be it. At most, I will give up my profound ranked cultivation technique." Yuanjin also realized that he had gone overboard with this palm strike. To think that he wanted to kill Qin Feng with one palm strike. Now, Yuanjin could not help cursing. Rumble. The sonorous thunder palm moved like a tiger. In the blink of an eye, it landed on the tree Qin Feng was leaning on. The tree, which was as thick as 5 or 6 people's waists, looked like it had been struck by lightning. A loud rumble rang out, and the tree fell, shaking the ground. Whoosh! Yuanjin's palm strike scared everyone to the point that they did not even dare to breathe. This simple palm strike displayed Yuanjin's strength as a peak 8th layer inner chi cultivator. It turned out that Yuanjin had been holding back when he attacked earlier. He had only used his full strength because he had been furious earlier. That's not right. Where is Qin Feng? After a brief moment of shock, everyone was shocked by another strange thing that made their scalps tingle. Yuanjin had broken Qin Feng's arms and legs earlier. Now, he had disappeared. If Yuanjin had smashed the tree into bits, there would at least be some blood and flesh. However, aside from the tree that fell to the ground and the dust that blew up in the wind, there was no sign of Qin Feng at all. The light in Demonic Beast Mountain was already very weak. The surroundings were gloomy and gloomy. From time to time, a cold wind would blow. Standing in such an environment and seeing such a strange thing happen, many cultivators had goosebumps. It was as if they were in a horror movie. "Old Baldy, are you looking for me? Is your strength only so-so?" Just as everyone panicked, Qin Feng's hearty laughter rang out in the air. Everyone quickly looked up and saw Qin Feng, who had lost his arms and legs, clad in dark blue tyrannical battle armor. He held a whip flickering with orange light as he appeared above Yuanjin's head like a war god. Before Yuanjin could send out a second palm strike, Qin Feng raised his hand, and the spirit snake whip drew a beautiful arc in the air. Phantom whip technique. Crackle. Ear-piercing lightning flashed and thunder roared. The effect was even more deafening than that of Yuanjin's great thunderclap palm. The spirit snake whip landed on Yuanjin's chest, tearing his yellow clothes to shreds, revealing the skin under his clothes. His skin was torn, and dark purple blood oozed out. The pain made Yuanjin's lips twitch. "You! How did you recover? This is impossible." Monk Yuanjin forgot about the pain in his body. He stared at Qin Feng with his old eyes, looking like he wanted to see through Qin Feng's body. Monk Yuanjin had personally broken Qin Feng's limbs earlier. In less than half an hour, not only had Qin Feng's limbs healed, but his inner chi had also stabilized. His strength had also improved significantly. Such a change did not make sense. Yuanjin was not the only one who could not understand this. All the cultivators present were confused as well. Crackle. Qin Feng ignored these people's shock. He remembered what Yuanjin had done to him earlier. Qin Feng raised the whip in his hand again and struck Yuanjin's back. This time, dense wounds appeared on Yuanjin's back, dripping blood. "Martial Uncle Yuanjin, be careful." The Shaolin Temple disciples recovered their wits and rushed over to help Yuanjin. Although these Shaolin Temple disciples were injured, when they got into formation, their strength could not be underestimated. Shaolin Temple's 18 Bronze Men Formation. Attack! The 18 bare-handed Shaolin Temple disciples instantly surrounded Qin Fen. 5 of them took the lead and charged forward. With every step they took, the ground gave off a heavy thud. Qin Fen flipped his hand, and the spirit snake whip vanished. A pair of war axes flickering with blue light appeared in his hand. Qin Fen did not hesitate to hack down at the incoming Shaolin Temple disciples. Raging flame, heaven burning art. Rumble. The 2 axes slashed out, and 2 long dragons whizzed out. The long dragons rampaged about, and continuously struck the bodies of the 5 Shaolin disciples who were charging at them. Those 5 people were like copper walls and iron bastions. Their bodies emitted the sound of metal striking against metal. However, the powerful warriors had already heard the abnormality. The sound of the bodies of the 5 Shaolin disciples who were attacked was undergoing a huge change. Bang! 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 Soon, 5 explosions rang out. The 5 Shaolin Temple disciples fell to the ground, vomiting large amounts of blood. The Shaolin Temple's 18 bronze men formation had given the various faction experts a headache earlier. Now, Qin Fen had broken the formation with one swing of his axe. Such a strong move frightened the cultivators so much that their jaws dropped to the ground. How can this be? What kind of heretical cultivation method did you cultivate? How did your strength suddenly soar so much? Monk Yuanjun still had not recovered his wits. He could not be bothered to care about the injured disciples on the ground. He just stared at Qin Fen in shock. Qin Fen smiled as he looked at Yuanjun. After blocking Qin Fen's attack, Yuanjun flew over and swung his rod at Qin Fen. The frost iron rod was very fast, and it instantly arrived at Qin Fen's chest. Qin Fen's strength was unfathomable. He leaped lightly and dodged Yuanjun's rod. Then, he turned around and swung his axe at Yuanjun's back. Bang! Yuanjun felt the strong wind behind him and countered with a palm strike. The great thunder palm collided with the heaven-splitting axe. Qin Fen flipped 3 times in the air before he landed steadily. Yuanjun was sent flying with his rod, and he vomited a few mouthfuls of blood. Whoosh! The fight between the 2 was too exciting. The spectators forgot that they were here to snatch Qin Fen's treasures. When they saw Yuanjun, a peak stage 8 inner Qi realm cultivator, fall to the ground after Qin Fen's axe, they could no longer keep their mouths shut. Given Qin Fen's current strength, even if he could not defeat everyone's encirclement, it would be easy for him to escape. Snatching his treasures was simply a fool's dream. Qin Fen, you forced me to do this. I will take you down with me. Qin Fen had beaten Yuanjun to the point of vomiting blood in front of the various major factions of the outer world. The pain in his heart was even more intense than the pain in his body. Just like Yuanqing in Heping Town, Yuanjun was thoroughly enraged. Suddenly, a loud explosive sound came from his body. His originally ordinary body started to radiate a golden light, so blinding that no one could open their eyes. Damn! He's using this move again. These old fogies are really shameless. Even if they die, they want to drag someone down with them. They have no morals at all. Seeing the sudden change in Yuanjun's body, Qin Fen's calm expression became slightly nervous. Last time in Heping Town, Qin Fen had experienced the effects of Yuanqing's invincible golden body. At that time, Qin Fen had to join forces with the Yin-Yang Elders and Ghost Face Mountain Man to defeat Yuanqing. In the end, Qin Fen had to activate the sky-splitting axe's sky-splitting function and hack Yuanqing several times before he could completely kill him. Now that the Yin-Yang Elders were not around, Qin Fen had already used the sky-splitting axe's sky-splitting function. Moreover, Yuanjun was much stronger than Yuanqing. Now that Yuanjun's invincible golden body was truly a headache for Qin Fen. Old bald donkey, I originally wanted to leave a few Shaolin disciples alive, but now you're forcing me to start a massacre. Just as Yuanjin's invincible golden body was about to be completed, Qin Fan suddenly moved. White light continuously flashed from his hands, and in the next second, a Shaolin disciple fell to the ground. Qin Fan killed people with a wave of his hand. Before the martial artists from the other factions could figure out what was going on, the Shaolin 18 bronze men had all died. Ding! Host Qin Fan killed 8 stage 4 inner chi martial artists. Reward, 4,000 hedonist points. Ding! Host Qin Fan killed 5 stage 5 inner chi martial artists. Reward, 5,000 hedonist points. Chapter 552. The system's notifications kept ringing in Qin Feng's mind. In just a few breaths, Qin Feng had earned 13,000 hedonist points. After the 18 Shaolin bronze men were destroyed, the progress bar for Qin Feng's killer book advanced significantly. Now, he had raised the killer book to level 3. Looking at the progress bar, Qin Feng estimated that he would be able to raise the killer book to level 3 after killing another 10 people. Brat Qin Feng, you are seeking death. Rumble. While Qin Feng tortured and killed Shaolin Temple's 18 bronze men, Yuanzhen's invincible golden body was completely activated. When he saw the Shaolin Temple disciples lying on the ground, Yuanzhen's eyes turned bloodshot. He was like a crazed beast. With one leap, he arrived above Qin Feng's head and quickly swung his palms. Palm-generated wind howled, and it was as if an incredibly ferocious storm had arrived. Crackle. A strong wind blew in the air, and thunder rumbled. Many of the incoming ancient martial art practitioners felt dizzy from the powerful aura released by Yuanzhen. The sonorous thunder palm was like a ferocious tiger. Now, Yuanzhen's inner chi kept bursting forth like it was free of charge. The sonorous thunder palm overlapped with each other. More than 10 palms overlapped as they flew towards Qin Feng. Bang! Qin Feng had no intention of clashing head-on with Yuanzhen after he activated his invincible golden body. He frantically darted through the forest, dodging the attacks. Bang! 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 The great thunder palm continued to descend, narrowly brushing past Qin Feng's body and landing on the ground or trees. Trees snapped in the middle and crashed to the ground, causing the ground to tremble slightly. Large craters appeared, scaring everyone so much that they didn't even dare to breathe loudly. You little ant. If you have the guts, don't just run. Come and fight me head-on. Yuanzhen sent out dozens of palm strikes, but none of them landed on Qin Feng. This angered Yuanzhen so much that he cursed loudly. You bald donkey, do you not want to live anymore? Activate your invincible golden body. Do you think I'm stupid enough to die with you? It's been a long time since you last played. Is your brain damaged? Qin Feng would not fall for Yuanzhen's provocation. Instead, he provoked Yuanzhen. Ah! Qin Feng, today, either you die or I die. I, Yuanzhen, swear in front of everyone that I don't want the treasure on this brat. If anyone can help me capture Qin Feng, I'll help that person's faction take away Qin Feng's blue-grade spirit weapon. After chasing Qin Feng for a while, Yuanzhen discovered that his speed was equal to Qin Feng's. He could not catch up to Qin Feng quickly. Qin Feng had forced Yuanzhen into a corner. He actually took the initiative to give up on the treasures on Qin Feng. The moment Yuanzhen shouted those words, the various factions below immediately became restless. All of them wanted to help Yuanzhen. Sect Master, with Master Yuanzhen's help, we might really be able to take Qin Feng's blue-grade spiritual tool. Please order our Quick Saber Sect brothers to attack together. A Quick Saber Sect disciple looked at the South Sea Saber Monarch anxiously. The South Sea Saber Monarch wore leather battle armor and held a saber that was as tall as he was. He looked very awe-inspiring. After hesitating for a while, the South Sea Saber Monarch swung his saber at Qin Feng. Quick saber sects people, attack. Soon after Yuanjun spoke, some sects came to help. The other sects became like ants on a hot pan, unable to decide what to do. Wudong's sect disciples, heed my command. Set up the 13 sword formations and assist Master Yuanjun in capturing Qin Feng. Wudong's sect's Zhang Duanya could no longer hold back. He raised his sword and took the lead to charge into the battlefield. 10 odd flying sabers tore through the air, all targeting Qin Feng. It turned out that the Flying Saber Society's members could no longer wait, so they all started attacking Qin Feng. More and more factions chose to help Yuanjun capture Qin Feng. However, most of the factions held back, preparing to observe for a while longer. Priestess Heartless, let's make a move as well. Otherwise, it will be difficult to snatch him later. The Immerse sect's green-clothed priestess frowned slightly, feeling extremely anxious. Priestess Heartless gently swept the horsetail whisk in her hand, sweeping away the dust on her body. Then, she said indifferently, Immerse sect disciples, heed my command. We will hold back and let both sides suffer. Qin Feng is at the peak of the 8th stage inner qi. How can he be captured so easily? Ha ha ha. Qin Feng, let's see where you can run to today. Even if you grow wings, you won't be able to escape. Seeing that 6 or 7 factions had come to help him, Yuanjun grinned from ear to ear. His attacks became even more ferocious. Thunder rumbled continuously in the sky, causing birds and beasts to scatter and flee. Rumble. Rapid Berserk Saber. The South Sea Saber Monarch had already arrived beside Qin Feng. The saber in his hand swung down, and a massive saber chi surged forward, shaking the surrounding trees. Hee hee. Qin Feng, I'll let you have a taste of the Wudong sect's 13 sword formations. Seeing that Qin Feng was being surrounded, Zhang Duanya smirked. At the same time, the long sword in his hand danced rapidly, assisting everyone in their attacks. In an instant, an overwhelming number of attacks crashed toward Qin Feng. There were saber chi, sword chi, flying sabers, axes, and everything else. Qin Feng's brows furrowed tightly. He could already feel the thick aura of death rapidly approaching him. With no time to think, Qin Feng leaped and dodged a small portion of the attacks. His figure rose into the air, and he quickly struck with both hands. Balls of intense destructive fire whizzed toward him. Whoosh! 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 The fireball was huge, and it descended from the sky. It scared everyone so much that they could not react. The martial artists who were hit by the destructive fire did not even have the time to scream before they were burned to ashes. Although many people were not hit, they were already dumbfounded by the terrifying might of the destructive fire. They even forgot to continue attacking Qin Feng. A demonic cultivator. Qin Feng is a demonic cultivator? Someone in the crowd exclaimed, followed by all sorts of screams of terror. This is not a demonic cultivator. How could a demonic cultivator's flames be so powerful that they can instantly burn people to ashes? This is clearly a demonic cultivator's corpse chi flame. Qin Feng is a demonic cultivator. He's actually a demonic cultivator? No wonder he could recover from his broken limbs and serious injuries. This is clearly a demonic cultivator's cultivation method. Only a demonic cultivator can do this. Qin Feng was clearly a martial cultivator. First, he was mistaken for a demonic cultivator, and now, he was even being dragged to the demonic cultivator. Hearing these discussions, Qin Feng was also speechless. However, he could not be bothered with everyone's perception of him. Qin Feng took advantage of this opportunity to wave his palms continuously. Balls of intense flames shot out and instantly turned 7 or 8 martial artists into ashes. Retreat. People of the Quick Blade sect, retreat quickly. Flying Blade sect, listen up, retreat from the battle. Damn, this stinking brat has been hiding his strength all along. I despise people who pretend to be pretentious the most. Madman Yang grumbled. He had no choice but to avoid Qin Feng and retreat far away from the battle circle. Zhang Duanya also wanted to retreat with the Wudang 13 Swords formation. Qin Feng leaped to the center of the 13 Swords formation and smiled at Zhang Duanya. Trying to run. Let's see where else you can run to. Zhang Duanya was scared out of his wits by Qin Feng. At this moment, both his legs were trembling slightly. However, Zhang Duanya knew that all the martial artists from the major factions were standing at the side and watching. He could not admit defeat on the surface. He could only brace himself and shout, "Humph! Why should I run? Did you forget that at the entrance of Devil Beast Mountain, our Wudang 13 Swords formation suppressed you to the point where you could not breathe? It was you who ran faster than a rabbit. 13 Swords formation, attack. Alright, I want to see just how powerful the Wudang 13 Swords formation is." Qin Feng laughed coldly. He stood in the center of the 13 Swords formation and did not dodge at all. The Wudang 13 Swords formation formed a strange formation. The long swords in each of their hands were trembling non-stop. Chapter 553. Seeing Qin Feng flying through the air, the crowd could not react. They could not figure out the situation. Bang! Another whooshing sound rang out. The blazing fireball suddenly moved very quickly. In an instant, it arrived in midair and crashed into Qin Feng's body. Dong! Before Qin Feng's body landed on the ground, he was knocked even higher into the air. The fireball landed on a tree trunk, then flew up again and hit Qin Feng's waist, causing him to continuously rise into the air. The flame started to dissipate, revealing a dazzling golden light. Yuanzhen kept landing on the tree trunk before flying up to attack Qin Feng again. The instant Yuanzhen attacked Qin Feng naked, everyone was stunned. The Immerse sect nuns stared at Yuanzhen's body, their mouths gaping in shock. No one knew whether they were shocked by Yuanzhen's body or the fact that Yuanzhen was still alive. Not only did Yuanzhen not die, but the flames also burned his clothes and shoes. There were no obvious wounds on his body. At this moment, Yuanzhen's eyes were bloodshot. He was like a berserk wild beast as he attacked Qin Feng's body continuously. Qin Feng was beaten to the point of vomiting blood. His bones also broke one after another, giving off crackling sounds. Ha ha ha. You ant, do you think this old man is dead? You want to burn this old man to death with that little flame of yours? Do you think this old man's invincible golden body is for nothing? Today, this old man will trample you to death. Yuanzhen laughed loudly. His sinister laughter sent chills down everyone's spine. Yuanzhen knocked Qin Feng several dozen meters into the air. Suddenly, Yuanzhen leaped up and somersaulted over Qin Feng's head. Then, he stomped on Qin Feng's abdomen and sent Qin Feng plummeting from the sky. Bang! There was a loud sound as Qin Feng crashed into the ground, creating a large crater. This fall made Qin Feng feel as if his bones had shattered. The intense pain made it hard for him to breathe. If not for the blue-grade battle armor, Qin Feng knew that he would have died without a doubt. Whoosh! Yuanzhen's cruelty scared everyone into drawing in a cold breath. Qin Feng's tenacious vitality shocked everyone. After activating the invincible golden body, Yuanzhen's strength increased greatly. Qin Feng was beaten from the ground to the sky, and then from the sky to the ground, but he did not die. This surpassed everyone's imagination. Ha ha ha. Qin Feng, you ant. You want to fight with this old man? This old man can trample you to death with one foot. Yuanjun felt extremely delighted after beating up Qin Feng. Then, he looked at Qin Feng with an arrogant and despotic expression. Qin Feng ignored Yuanjun. He quickly bought a bottle of inner essence pills from the system and consumed them secretly. These inner essence pills were hard to come by in the mundane world. In the sacred medicine hall of martial artist town, they were worth an astronomical price. However, Qin Feng ate them like they were candy. In just over an hour, he had consumed 2. If these cultivators found out, they would definitely faint from fright. The pill melted in Qin Feng's mouth, and dense spiritual energy immediately spread throughout his body. A warm current surged through his body, and the pain in his body quickly subsided. His broken bones also regenerated at a crazy speed, and his chaotic breathing quickly stabilized. Only Qin Feng knew about all these changes. At this moment, Yuanzhen was still stepping on Qin Feng, laughing maniacally and mocking him. Qin Feng, on the other hand, pretended to be in pain from having his limbs broken, trying his best to stall for time. After cursing for a while, Yuanzhen's expression changed. Suddenly, he smiled coldly and raised his right leg. Dense spiritual energy surged under his foot, scraping Qin Feng's clothes. Yuanzhen looked like he wanted to stomp Qin Feng to death with one foot. Insignificant ant, go and be buried with my Shaolin disciples. Yuanzhen's foot landed, aiming for Qin Feng's life. He laughed continuously as he said, "You fools. That's what you get for snatching my treasure from this old man. Now, none of you can have it." Only now did everyone react. Yuanzhen, this old bald donkey, speak like he was farting. Earlier, he promised that if anyone helped him capture Qin Feng, he would help them snatch Qin Feng's treasure. It turned out that he was lying. This infuriated the factions of the Quick Saber sect that had assisted Yuanzhen. They had suffered heavy losses in the earlier battle. No, startled cries came from the crowd at the same time. However, before anyone could finish speaking, Yuanzhen's foot had already landed. Bang! The ground trembled slightly, and a shoe imprint appeared in the ground. Qin Feng, who had been lying on the ground, suddenly disappeared. Hey! Qin Feng disappeared. He disappeared again. Too incredible. This fellow is really heaven-defying. When Yuanzhen's foot landed, he quickly discovered something strange. The scene of Qin Feng shitting under his foot did not happen. Instead, when Yuanzhen's foot landed, the hard ground shook him, causing him to feel a stinging pain. Yuanzhen had tried to kill Qin Feng twice, but this fellow had suddenly disappeared in the end. This angered Yuanzhen so much that he nearly crushed his teeth. The golden light on his body became even more dazzling. Whoosh! The sound of wind breaking rang out in the air, but no one noticed it at all. Whoosh! 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 The sound of wind breaking became more and more frequent. Finally, some of the stronger warriors discovered that something was wrong. 4 warriors had quietly fallen from the crowd, and the number of warriors that had fallen was still increasing. Someone is launching a sneak attack. Quick Saber sect disciples, prepare to counterattack. This attack is very familiar. It's Qin Feng's attack. Madman Yang quickly recognized the wind blades. Previously, when he fought Qin Feng, he had seen Qin Feng's wind blade martial technique. Right after Madman Yang spoke, the crowd immediately turned chaotic. Everyone had yet to recover their wits from Qin Feng's miraculous disappearance. Now, he was hiding somewhere and attacking them. Such recovery speed was simply incredible. Many cultivators regretted provoking this demon Qin Feng. Shio! 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 Suddenly, wind howled, and dust flew everywhere. The wind blades mixed with the dust, flashing with white light. The crowd was already in chaos. Occasionally, miserable cries rang out. Following that, people fell into a pool of blood. A black shadow constantly shuttled back and forth in the dense treetops. White light flashed from his hands, and he easily killed many warriors. Qin Feng had already recovered 70 to 80% of his strength. However, he still could not fight with Yuan Zhen, who had the invincible golden body. The progress bar of the killing book in Qin Feng's mind advanced rapidly. It looked like he was about to break through to the 3rd level. There. Qin Feng is there. I see him too. He is at the treetops. Everyone, quickly shoot him down. After Qin Feng attacked for a while, many cultivators discovered his target. A few strong cultivators raised their weapons and attacked Qin Feng. After that, the cultivators reacted and started to counterattack. Suddenly, hundreds of attacks rose from the ground and surrounded half of the sky. All kinds of airflow collided and overlapped. Before the attacks even reached Qin Feng, there was already a violent explosion. The powerful aura seemed to be able to instantly blast a stage 7 inner chi martial artist into pieces. Rumble. A clump of air currents exploded in front of Qin Feng. He did not seem to have any intention of dodging and was sent flying. At the same time, Qin Feng sent out a palm strike. An intense fireball fell to the ground like a meteor, instantly landing on a group of martial artists. These martial artists didn't even have time to react before their bodies were set ablaze. They didn't even have time to scream before they disappeared in this intense flame. Qin Feng, you killed several disciples of my Quick Blade sect. I will fight it out with you. Damn it. This fireball is so strange. Fortunately, I dodged quickly. Attack. Qin Feng is injured again. Let's quickly kill him. Seeing that Qin Feng was sent flying by everyone's attack, the martial artists from the major forces immediately chased after him. Among them, the sect leaders and elders of some of the sects were stronger and faster. In just a few leaps, 8 stage 7 inner chi experts had already arrived in front of Qin Feng. Qin Feng fell to the ground with his eyes tightly shut as if he had fainted. Stinking brat, go and be buried with the disciples of the Quick Blade sect. The South Sea Saber King raised his saber and a powerful saber chi descended from the sky. Are you crazy? How are you going to force him to hand over the profound tear cultivation method after killing him? This brat recovered so quickly after being heavily injured several times. I suspect it has something to do with the profound tear cultivation method he practices. We must keep it. Madman Yang thrust his sword and blocked the South Sea Saber King's attack. Another explosion sounded in the surroundings. The attacks of 2 stage 7 inner chi experts were also very powerful. Quick, tie this brat up first and then cripple his cultivation. I don't believe he can still recover. Zhang Duanya hurriedly suggested to everyone. Everyone nodded. For stage 7 inner chi experts had already grabbed Qin Feng's hands and feet to prevent him from escaping. Another stage 7 inner chi expert placed his hand on Qin Feng's abdomen. He was prepared to shatter Qin Feng's dantian with one palm strike and release all of his power. Boom! Suddenly, an explosion came from Qin Feng's body. The 8 stage 7 inner chi experts surrounding Qin Feng relaxed as if they had been freed from the clutches of death. This evil cultivator is finally subdued. We can now force him to hand over the cultivation method. I like the battle axes that this guy used just now. Don't fight with me for it. Then the Wu-Tang sect wants the blue battle armor he is wearing. Everyone, don't fight with the Wu-Tang sect. A few experts had already begun to think about how to divide the spiritual equipment and cultivation method on Qin Feng's body. When the other martial artists saw that the situation had stabilized, they also rushed over anxiously. Everyone was full of smiles and excitement. Only the expert standing beside Qin Feng, who was ready to cripple him, looked puzzled. How did this happen? I haven't even crippled his cultivation yet. Why did his body explode? What? You didn't cause the explosion just now. Grandmaster Zhu Qing, don't scare us. Kunlun Zhu Qing's expression suddenly changed. He shouted and began to retreat. Oh no, this brat probably leveled up again. Everyone, scatter. Boom. Chapter 554. Qin Feng's attack was too sudden, and no one had time to dodge. They were either pushed back or sent flying. There were even a few Stage 4 inner Qi martial artists who were killed by Qin Feng's Qi blast. Gasp! Everyone retreated to a place 10 meters away from Qin Feng and gasped. No one dared to approach Qin Feng anymore. His strength was too strange. He had been bullied by Yuanjin all the way, but he actually leveled up. Could it be that this guy cultivated a cultivation technique that allowed him to be beaten up? The more he was beaten up, the stronger he became. No one could guess the reason. At this moment, even Yuanjin was shocked by Qin Feng's counterattack. Under everyone's gaze, Qin Feng suddenly opened his eyes and slowly stood up. Qin Feng acted as if he did not see the various martial artists surrounding him. He leisurely patted the dust off his body and wiped his shoes. Finally, he took out his phone and took a picture of his hairstyle. My hair is all messed up. Is there anyone with a comb? Lend it to me, and I can spare your worthless life. Qin Feng suddenly chuckled. His gaze was like a torch as he swept his gaze across the crowd. Qin Feng's eyes were clear and bright, emitting an icy chill. Most of the martial artists didn't dare to look Qin Feng in the eye. Everyone felt that Qin Feng's aura had changed, but they couldn't figure out how. Since no one brought a comb, I'll kill all of you. Boz. As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, his silhouette was already in midair. An orange longsword appeared in his hand, and he waved it lightly. His speed seemed very slow, at least in the eyes of the crowd. But in the next second, the surroundings seemed to be enveloped by overwhelming sword qi. Before anyone could react, dozens of screams rang out, followed by bodies exploding, flesh and blood splattering everywhere. Boz. Qin Feng closed his eyes and did not even need to look. The Spirit Rush sword in his hand was still dancing, and its speed was still as slow as a tortoise's. Qin Feng's sword qi was very powerful. Even the Stage 7 inner qi experts were so scared that their faces turned ashen. They had no other choice but to dodge the sword qi attacks with all their might. Bang! 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 The sounds of bodies exploding rang out incessantly, and the screams and howls of wolves formed a melody. The wind carried the strong smell of blood. In a few short breaths, Qin Feng had killed 40 to 50 people. In the past, Qin Feng could use the wind blades to kill ordinary people. He was like a demon, dictating the life and death of ordinary people. Now, Qin Feng could single-handedly kill Stage 4 inner qi experts in a breath's time. He had once again become a demon. Moreover, he was a demon of death that even martial artists feared. How could this be? What kind of cultivation method did you cultivate? How could you be so powerful? Yuanjin gaped in shock at the scene before him. After he recovered his wits, he leaped up and threw a palm strike at Qin Feng. Sonic Thunder Palm. Rumble. Yuanjin's entire body flickered with golden light. The palm wind that he sent out contained traces of golden light. A few minutes ago, when Qin Feng faced the sonorous thunder palm, he could only flee. Now, he did not dodge. He gently swung the sword in his hand, and sword chi surged over, easily neutralizing the strong aura of the sonorous thunder palm. Bang! Not only did the sonorous thunder palm neutralize the attack, but the remnant sword chi also landed on Yuan Jin, sending him flying. After activating the invincible golden body, Yuan Jin was like an impregnable fortress. However, Qin Feng managed to send him flying with one strike. Such strength was terrifying. When Qin Feng saw Yuan Jin flying, he leaped up unhurriedly. His figure turned into a bolt of lightning, and in the next moment, he arrived below Yuan Jin. He gently threw a palm strike, and Yuan Jin's body exploded into the air. Clumps of blood sprayed out, looking like it was raining blood. At this moment, Yuan Jin was like a kite with a broken string. His body swayed unsteadily in the air. Qin Feng chased after Yuan Jin by stepping on tree branches. Every time Yuan Jin was about to fall, Qin Feng would deliver another palm strike, sending Yuan Jin flying even higher. This scene was very similar to the scene of Yuan Jin tyrannizing Qin Feng earlier. No one expected Qin Feng to become so strong after a few minutes. He could ignore Yuan Jin's invincible golden body and abuse him like he was torturing a dog. Why is it like this? Qin Feng is definitely a stage 9 inner chi expert. He is riding on a rocket to level up. He reached the stage 9 inner chi at such a young age. If we let this demonic genius continue to develop, our sects will suffer in the future. Everyone, attack together. If Qin Feng does not die today, our sects will be destroyed in the future. The strength that Qin Feng displayed was too startling. It already inspired fear in everyone. None of the cultivators present dared to say that they were a match for Qin Feng. Right now, they should be hiding from Qin Feng. However, these cultivators knew how to look at problems in the long term. They had taken the initiative to cause trouble for Qin Feng several times. How could Qin Feng let them leave so easily? Since they would die if they fled, they might die if they fought. Hence, they might as well fight head-on. Otherwise, if they allowed Qin Feng to continue developing, no one in the outside world would be able to stop him in the future. China's 9 dragons and 5 tigers would probably gain another member. Bang! While everyone was negotiating, Qin Fen had already beaten up Yuan Jin. Now, Qin Fen stomped on Yuan Jin's body and landed on the ground, creating a human-shaped crater. Yuan Jin lay motionless in the crater. No one knew if he was dead or not. Qin Feng stood on Yuan Jin's back with his hands behind his back and a satisfied smile on his face. Previously, after Qin Feng consumed the inner essence pill, he had escaped from under Yuan Jin's feet when Yuan Jin was not paying attention. Then, he killed in the dark and successfully raised the man book to the 3rd layer. After reaching the 3rd layer of the man book, Qin Feng's strength increased by 5 times. His various abilities improved rapidly. At this moment, he was like a peak expert who had just entered the stage 9 inner chi realm. Even Yuan Jin, who had activated the invincible golden body, was nothing in Qin Feng's eyes. Kill! A series of angry roars resounded. Hundreds of cultivators reached an agreement and attacked Qin Feng together. Qin Feng looked at the attacking cultivators with a mocking expression. Before the cultivators could approach, Qin Feng's hands moved. Instantly, a white light flickered and moved erratically. Xiao! 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 Previously, Qin Feng was only a stage 5 inner chi cultivator. His wind blade technique could only injure stage 4 inner chi cultivators and below. Now that Qin Feng's strength had increased explosively and his inner chi was robust, the lethality of his wind blade technique multiplied. When Stage 4 inner chi cultivators encountered the wind blade technique, they could not dodge at all. Their limbs were either instantly chopped off or their heads fell to the ground. Xiao! 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 Qin Fen's hands created afterimages, and the wind blades flew out like raindrops. In less than a minute, more than 20 warriors were already lying on the ground, unable to get up. Even more warriors' clothes were tattered, and their bodies were riddled with scars and countless saber wounds. Everyone had just started attacking, and they had already suffered such heavy injuries. Not a single one of them could even touch Qin Fen. The rain of wind blades stopped, and the crowd of martial artists, who were originally very loud, also stopped in fear. They knew that Qin Fen was very strong, but after fighting with Qin Fen, many of them realized that Qin Fen was much stronger than they had imagined. Rumble. After the wind blade rain disappeared, fireballs rained down from the sky. Qin Feng used his wind blade rain to annihilate half of the cultivators. He planned to burn the remaining high-level cultivators with the fire of destruction. Run! Run quickly! Devil! Qin Feng is a devil. He's too scary. I don't want to see him ever again. Seeing the rain of fireballs, the cultivators from the major forces could no longer remain calm. The flames were very powerful and could instantly burn a person to ashes. Who would dare to face these fireballs head-on? That was simply courting death. Whoosh! 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 The fireballs were so fast that they instantly annihilated 5 or 6 cultivators in the sea of fire. Those cultivators didn't even have the time to scream before they were turned into ashes in the next second. Everyone was in a panic and fled in all directions like headless flies. This time, the cultivators who came to kill Qin Feng were the elite experts selected from the major sections. Such a large group of martial arts experts were like ants in front of Qin Feng. They were at Qin Feng's mercy. Qin Feng, stop. Suddenly, a tender voice came from the crowd. It carried a hint of coldness. Qin Feng's silhouette stood on a big tree. His hands paused for a moment and looked towards the source of the voice. The woman's voice sounded very familiar to Qin Feng, but he couldn't think of who it was. The fireballs gradually stopped. The fireballs that fell to the ground were still burning intensely. The various forces who were fleeing stopped running. When they heard the woman's voice, their expressions changed drastically. They all looked towards the source of the voice. 100 meters away, a beautiful woman in a red qipao ran over. She was tall and sexy, and the tight qipao outlined her perfect figure. Her full breasts bounced up and down as she ran, as if they would burst out of the qipao at any time. Behind the woman was a middle-aged man. The man was wearing a white singlet and black shorts. His strong muscles were on full display, especially the muscles on his legs. His calves were as thick as an adult's waist, and there was not a single bit of fat on them. They were all muscles that were as hard as iron. Whoosh whoosh. The woman and the middle-aged man were still 100 meters away when they spoke, but the two of them had reached the crowd in a few breaths. The cultivators of the various forces hurriedly opened up a path. After seeing the woman's peerlessly beautiful appearance, the expressions of the people who had been in despair and fear eased up, as if they had been saved. Team leader Huang is here. We're saved. We're saved. The man Miss Yen brought looks so familiar. Holy shit, he's Qi Wanjun, one of China's 5 tigers, the tiger of Beijing. Someone in the crowd exclaimed. The name Qi Wanjun was unfamiliar to many, but when they heard the nickname, the Tiger of Beijing, they all gasped. China was huge and had a large population. It was said that the 5 tigers of 9 dragons played a very important role in the peaceful and harmonious development of such a huge country. The 5 tigers of 9 dragons represented China's 14 super experts. They had always been secretly dispatched by the government to quell all kinds of situations and emergencies. These 14 people didn't always stay the same. As the younger generation rose, the Chinese government would change the members of the 5 tigers of 9 dragons according to the individual strength. However, the current 5 tigers of 9 dragons hadn't been changed in 10 years. These 14 people were all top-notch experts, and each had their own unique skills. Until now, there hadn't been any rising younger generation that could surpass them and replace them. The Tiger of Beijing. It really is the Tiger of Beijing. Chapter 555. Qin Feng looked at the newcomers and immediately recognized the beautiful woman and Qi Wanjun. Uncle Qi, Qi Wanjun, the most powerful general of the Sima family in the provincial capital. Sima too was a stage 4 inner Qi martial artist at a young age and was highly regarded by the Sima family in the provincial capital. Therefore, the Sima family sent Qi Wanjun to the Sima family in Acropolis City to protect Sima Tuesday. Now that Sima Tu was dead and Qi Wanjun was sent back to the Sima family in the provincial capital, Qin Feng and Qi Wanjun were considered archenemies. "It's you." Qin Feng looked at Qi Wanjun coldly. "Yes, it's me. However, I'm not representing the Sima family today. I'm here to assist the dragon sect to maintain order." Uncle Qi looked at Qin Feng indifferently. He did not put Qin Feng in his eyes at all. Qin Feng had wanted to kill Uncle Qi before, but he was too weak at that time. Now that Qin Feng had upgraded the killer scroll to stage 3, he could use this opportunity to kill Uncle Qi. "Qin Feng, your murderous intent is too strong. You've killed dozens of martial artists. This incident has attracted the attention of the dragon sect. They sent me to bring you back. Surrender now and follow me back to the dragon sect to receive your punishment." The beautiful lady who had been silent suddenly spoke as if she knew Qin Feng was about to attack. Her words were obviously a warning to Qin Feng. Qin Feng's gaze fell on the beautiful lady. She was none other than Yan Wushuang, the beautiful student in Qin Feng's class. When Qin Feng completed the mission of killing Taoist Rakshasa in the Martial Art Alliance, he handed in the mission to Yan Wushuang and received the reward. Therefore, Qin Feng was not surprised that Yan Wushuang was a member of the dragon sect. "Miss Yan Wushuang, I'm sure the dragon sect has already investigated the reason why I started the massacre. Don't you think you're being a little too overbearing by bringing people here to capture me instead of pursuing the so-called martial arts sect's responsibility?" Qin Feng looked at Yan Wushuang indifferently. A hint of helplessness flashed in Yan Wushuang's eyes. She said coldly and emotionlessly, "Qin Feng, hurry up and follow me back. I can guarantee that you won't die." "Hee, I don't believe a woman's words, especially a beautiful woman." Qin Feng laughed heartily. He suddenly leaped into the air, transformed into a black shadow, and shot out. Qin Feng was so fast that he was already dozens of meters away by the time everyone realized what was going on. Yan Wushuang's eyes flashed with helplessness when she saw Qin Feng running away. Qi Wanjun, who had been standing behind Yan Wushuang, had also disappeared. He was now following Qin Feng closely. "Qin Feng, if you had obediently followed team leader Yan back, I wouldn't have had a reason to attack you. Now that you insist on running away, you've given me an excuse to attack you. I really have to thank you." Qin Feng hadn't taken more than a few steps when Qi Wanjun's cold laughter sounded behind him. Before Qin Feng could react, a violent wave of hidden energy spread behind him. Qi Wanjun had already punched Qin Feng without him noticing. Courting death. At the same time, Qin Feng struck Qi Wanjun's chest with a backhand. He knew Qi Wanjun was powerful, but now that he had reached the 3rd stage of the killer book, he was as powerful as a stage 9 inner chi martial artist, so he wasn't afraid of Qi Wanjun. Rumble. When Qi Wanjun's fist and palm landed on both of them, Qin Feng's body froze in midair for a moment. Then, he shot out like a rocket. The surging qi and blood in his body surged, and it was so painful that Qin Feng wanted to vomit out his internal organs. Explosions rang out continuously on his body as if he was about to explode into pieces. Buzz! After Qi Wanjun was struck by Qin Feng's palm, a strange buzzing sound came from his body. Qi Wanjun's body didn't change at all. He somersaulted back gracefully and landed lightly on the ground. It seemed like a simple exchange of blows between the two of them, but it left everyone dumbfounded. Qin Feng's strength was still fresh in everyone's minds. He single-handedly defeated Yuan Zhen and the others. In the eyes of these martial artists, Qin Feng was like a cockroach that couldn't be killed. Moreover, his strength was terrifying. However, such an expert couldn't even withstand a punch from Jing Jinghu. This was enough to prove how powerful China's 9 dragons and 5 tigers were. Pfft. After falling to the ground, Qin Feng clutched his chest and continuously vomited blood. Ever since Qin Feng obtained the Hedonist sovereign system, this was the first time he fought with such a powerful person. He even felt that the Yin-Yang elders, Ghost-Face Mountain Man, Yuan Zhen, and Yuan Qin were nothing in front of Qi Wanjun. This simple exchange made Qin Feng realize that a stage 9 inner Qi expert and a stage 9 external Qi expert were incomparable to a stage 9 inner Qi expert. The difference in strength of a stage 9 inner Qi expert was several times greater. Moreover, the disparity in strength among the stage 9 inner Qi experts was very serious. Even if everyone was in the stage 9, the difference in strength could be like heaven and earth. Qin Feng and Qi Wanjun were an obvious example. I really didn't expect your strength to increase so quickly, brat. Qi Wanjun leaped lightly and arrived before Qin Feng. When Qi Wanjun was protecting Sima Tu, Qin Feng was only a stage 3 inner Qi expert. Qi Wanjun didn't expect Qin Feng to advance to the early stage of stage 9 inner Qi in just 4 months. Qi Wanjun's eyes lit up at Qin Feng's speed. Qin Feng finally stopped vomiting blood and bought an inner vitality pill from the system. This pill cost 2,000 hedonist points each, and Qin Feng bought 3 of them today. 6,000 hedonist points were wasted in an instant. The inner yuan pill melted in Qin Feng's mouth, and dense spiritual energy spread throughout his body. Today, Qin Feng had gone through all kinds of life and death battles, and he had eaten 3 inner yuan pills in a row. At this time, the inner qi in his dantian had become very dense, and it even felt like it was expanding. Qin Feng knew that this was a sign of a breakthrough. However, his injuries were quite serious, and this environment wasn't suitable for a breakthrough. Qin Feng suppressed the feeling of a breakthrough and prepared to leave Devil Beast Mountain and find a quiet place to complete his breakthrough. Humph. You still want to recover? I'll cripple your cultivation first and make you wish you were dead. Qi Wanjun held a grudge against Qin Feng. He was worried that Qin Feng had reached stage 9 inner qi at such a young age. He was afraid that Qin Feng would become a threat to him in the future if he allowed him to continue to develop. Qi Wanjun waved his hand, and the gust of wind from his palm was several times stronger than Yuanjin's sonic thunder palm. Qin Feng had only recovered 20% to 30% of his inner qi, so there was no way he could dodge Qi Wanjun's attack. Uncle Qi, stop. Yan Wushuang frowned and hurriedly stopped Qi Wanjun. However, Qi Wanjun had already made up his mind. As if he didn't hear Yan Wushuang's order, his palm suddenly accelerated and was about to land on Qin Feng's head. Boom! A gust of wind came from behind Qin Feng. An agile cheetah appeared in front of Qin Feng without attracting anyone's attention. It fiercely punched Qi Wanjun's palm. Bang! Shock flashed through Qi Wanjun's eyes when the fist and palm collided. He retreated 3 steps before he could steady himself. The black figure stood ramrod straight in front of Qin Feng like a towering mountain, unmoving. Hiss! The crowd gasped, completely dumbfounded by the battle before them. Qi Wanjun was the tiger of Beijing, one of the 5 tigers of China. No one expected him to be knocked back 3 steps by a single punch, yet the man stood straight and expressionless as if nothing had happened. Who is this guy? Many martial artists were puzzled. The man standing in front of Qin Feng was tall and mighty. He had a muscular body, a resolute expression, and a tall and straight body. It was obvious that he was an expert in external martial arts. Someone in the crowd finally recognized the man and exclaimed, "If I'm not mistaken, this is Senior Yuan Fu, the #1 fighter in Southern martial arts 20 years ago." He was known as the Tiger of the Southeast when he first rose to fame. He was one of the 5 tigers of China 20 years ago, but he suddenly disappeared and retired from the ranks. I didn't expect to see him here. Yuan Fu was Uncle Fu who had been protecting Qin Feng. Yuan Fu was a name that had been around for a long time. He had shaken the Southeast 20 years ago, but only a few of the older generation still recognized him. However, his nickname was still as famous today. Among the 5 tigers 20 years ago, the tiger of Southeast's dragon subduing fist was the most domineering and unstoppable. Uncle Fu. Why are you here? Qin Feng didn't see Uncle Fu's face, but he was 100% sure it was Uncle Fu just by looking at his back. Qin Feng hadn't seen Uncle Fu and his father since the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace 3 months ago. Now that Uncle Fu had suddenly appeared to protect Qin Feng at the brink of death, Qin Feng's heart was filled with warmth, and his eyes were moist. Young Master Qin, leave now. Leave this to me, Uncle Fu said calmly without turning around. With the help of the inner Yuan pill, Qin Feng's body recovered by about 40%. He hurried to Uncle Fu's side and fought alongside him. Uncle Fu, I'm not leaving. Let's kill this bastard together. Uncle Fu glanced at Qin Feng, and his eyes were filled with astonishment. 3 months ago, Qin Feng was only a stage 3 inner Qi cultivator. Now, he had suddenly stepped into stage 9 inner Qi. If it wasn't for the fact that he was in a critical situation, Uncle Fu would have asked Qin Feng how he cultivated. This was simply godly speed. Young Master Qin, Master told me to protect your life with my life. You should leave now. Don't make things difficult for me. Uncle Fu looked at Qin Feng with a loving expression. Qin Feng was extremely touched. Uncle Fu had watched him grow up, and Uncle Fu had saved Qin Feng's life countless times. In Qin Feng's eyes, Uncle Fu was like his own uncle. How could Qin Feng let Uncle Fu fight alone? Uncle Fu, I won't leave. If we leave today, we'll leave together. If we die, we'll die together. Qin Feng's stubborn temper flared up, and no one could dissuade him. Uncle Fu felt a headache coming on, but he was also touched by Qin Feng. Uncle Fu lowered his voice and whispered into Qin Feng's ear, "You leave first. I can escape by myself. Otherwise, I'll have wasted my time coming here." Qin Feng looked at Uncle Fu doubtfully. He didn't know if Uncle Fu was telling the truth. When he saw Uncle Fu nod at him, Qin Feng hesitated for a moment, then turned around and ran. Chapter 556. I don't know what the dragon sect is doing, and I'm not trying to get in their way. I'm here to settle my past grievances with you. We can settle old and new debts at the same time. Yuan Fu wasn't stupid either. He said he was here to settle his personal grudges with Qi Wanjun. Qi Wanjun was furious. He wanted to argue with Uncle Fu, but Uncle Fu didn't give him a chance to speak. He swung his fists at him. Boom! Uncle Fu's fist technique was simple and domineering. The air around him exploded with every punch, as if a dragon was whistling through the air. Qi Wanjun's expression changed. He didn't dare take Uncle Fu's attack lightly. Both of them were Stage 9 external experts, so they were competing with brute force. A casual punch from them could split a mountain. The slightest bit of carelessness would result in being smashed into meat paste. Wind God's kick! Qi Wanjun roared. His legs suddenly spun and stomped at Uncle Fu like shadowless feet. Uncle Fu stood in place and swung his fists. Qi Wanjun's body was parallel to the ground, and his legs collided with Uncle Fu's fists. The two's attacks were incomparably powerful. Explosions rang out in the surroundings. The warriors were originally standing 10 meters away from the two, watching this super battle. However, as Uncle Fu and Qi Wanjun fought for a while, their powerful auras spread out, forcing the warriors to retreat another 20 meters, 30 meters, and finally 50 meters away. This way, they wouldn't be hurt by the scattered energy of the two's battle. Boom! Explosions rang out continuously. Dust flew around Uncle Fu and Qi Wanjun. No one could see the two clearly anymore. They could only occasionally see two figures flying back and forth in the dust. There were many external martial arts sects, but most of them practiced internal martial arts and focused on inner qi. There were very few people who could truly practice external martial arts to the extreme. This was because external martial arts had extremely high requirements for a person's physical fitness and strength. Uncle Fu and Qi Wanjun were 1 in 1,000 geniuses, as if they were born for external cultivation. Now that the inner Qi cultivators saw two experts who had reached the 9th layer of the external Qi realm fight, they were shocked. They had always looked down on external Qi cultivators. However, at this moment, no one dared to look down on external Qi cultivators anymore. Their bodies were like Yuan Jin's after he activated the invincible golden body. They were as hard as copper walls and iron bones. Their strength was even more shocking. With a casual punch or kick, the surrounding trees would fall one after another. Countless cracks appeared on the ground, inspiring fear in everyone. The battle between Uncle Fu and Qi Wanjun was so exciting that the cultivators of the major factions even forgot their true purpose for being here. Qin Fen had been running for a while now, but not a single warrior chased after him. Everyone was dumbfounded, watching this super battle from the sidelines. So. Qin Fen was as light as a swallow as he shuttled back and forth in the forest. In a short 10 minutes, he had covered a distance of more than 10 kilometers. Qin Fen rushed in the direction where he had met the flaming golden eagle and the glacial snow mastiff. He wanted to help them while he was stronger. After running for a while, Qin Fen realized that the two battle pets had changed their direction. They had moved from the deeper layer of Devil Beast Mountain to the middle layer. They were not far from Qin Fen. Master, it's better not to look for them now. Little Pig's voice sounded in Qin Fen's mind. Qin Fen slowed down and asked in confusion, "What's wrong?" "Master, you're being followed. The glacial snow mastiff and the flaming golden eagle are both super battle pets that can evolve into mythical beasts. If Master goes to look for them now, you will expose them. I'm afraid that the person following you will harm them. He might even send someone to capture them for research," Little Pig explained. Qin Fen stopped abruptly. Now that he had upgraded the killer book to stage 3, his strength was equivalent to the initial stage of stage 9 inner qi. However, Qin Fen didn't notice that he was being followed. This proved that the person following him was not to be underestimated. "Who's following me? Show yourself." Qin Fen stood in the middle of the forest and shouted loudly. Yan Wushuang stood at the top of a large tree. The dense foliage covered her entire body. She had also used the dragon's solo challenge method to conceal her inner chi. Yan Wushuang was confused. She didn't know how Qin Fan discovered her. Qin Fan shouted twice, but no one appeared. Qin Fan continued, "You coward. You only dare to follow me but don't have the guts to show yourself. Could it be that you fell in love with my handsome appearance and cool personality and couldn't help but follow me? Show yourself then. I'll help you open your anus. I promise you'll feel good." Qin Fan thought that the person following him was a martial arts expert from the outer world. Therefore, he purposely said some disgusting words to provoke the other party to show themselves. Yan Wushuang had been infuriated by Qin Fan in Heping Town. She even smashed Qin Fan's Audi. Now, hearing Qin Fan say something even more disgusting, Yan Wushuang felt her anus tighten. She was so angry that her full chest puffed up as if it was going to explode at any moment. "Qin Fan, you shameless bastard. Die!" A tender voice came from above Qin Fan. As soon as he raised his head, a beautiful figure flashed by and a slender palm landed on Qin Fan's head. Bang! Without hesitation, Qin Fan swung his fist and used the advanced Thunder Tiger Fist. The air was filled with the roars of wild beasts. When Qin Fan's huge fist collided with Yan Wushuang's slender palm, he finally saw the person clearly. He realized it was Yan Wushuang. Qin Fan's heart skipped a beat. He wanted to withdraw his killing move, but it was too late. "You bitch! Get out of my way! Why are you following me?" Qin Fan roared. He wanted Yan Wushuang to stay away from him. Qin Fan knew that Yan Wushuang was not weak, but his current strength was comparable to a stage 9 inner chi expert. His impression of Yan Wushuang was neither good nor bad, so he didn't want to kill this woman yet. Rumble. Qin Fan's warning came a little too late. Yan Wushuang had lost her mind because of Qin Fan's words. She didn't even think of dodging. Qin Fan changed the direction of his punch at the critical moment. His fist that was originally aimed at Yan Wushuang's head landed on her full chest. Duong! The Thunder Tiger Fist was unstoppable. It sent Yan Wushuang flying. However, Qin Feng felt a ball of softness and elasticity. The rebound force caused Qin Feng to explosively retreat and let out a strange sound. Pfft! Yan Wushuang fell to the ground and spat out a mouthful of blood. Her ruddy complexion had turned pale, and her face was filled with pain. However, she was a tough girl. She didn't even make a sound when Qin Fan punched her chest. Whoosh! After Qin Fan steadied himself, he leaped to Yan Wushuang's side. His eyes couldn't help but fall on Yan Wushuang's full chest. Yan Wushuang's shirt was shattered by Qin Fan's punch. Even her bra was in tatters. A pair of big rabbits jumped out and breathed in the air. Qin Fan could almost smell the fragrance of the rabbits. However, one of the rabbits was bigger than the other. Yan Wushuang, are you okay? Qin Feng felt a bit embarrassed after punching the beauty's breasts so hard that one of them was bigger than the other. Yan Wushuang's blood and qi were in a mess. She was trying her best to control the chaotic inner qi in her body. She didn't have the time to respond to Qin Fan. Otherwise, she would have stomped Qin Fan to death. Based on Yan Wushuang's understanding of Qin Fan, she believed that Qin Fan had purposely punched her chest. He was too shameless. Qin Fan felt guilty when he saw Yan Wushuang's pale face and the eye-catching blood on the ground. He immediately bought 2 bottles of elementary golden sore medicine from the system and threw them to Yan Wushuang. He said, "Rub this medicine on your chest. The swelling will go away in a while." Yan Wushuang was still adjusting her inner qi. She had no time to respond to Qin Fan. Qin Fen noticed that the woman didn't speak. His eyes fell on her white chest again. He said, "Yan Wushuang, are you angry with me? If you don't want to rub it yourself, I'll help you." Yan Wushuang's brows furrowed. She wanted to kick Qin Fen away and end his family line. However, Yan Wushuang was seriously injured. She couldn't afford to be distracted. She couldn't even open her mouth to speak. Qin Fen waited for a while and realized that Yan Wushuang was still ignoring him. Qin Fen couldn't help but think that this woman had liked him since a long time ago. She was pretending to be deaf and mute, but in fact, she couldn't wait for him to touch her body. His eyes were fixed on Yan Wushuang's chest as if he wanted to take a few bites out of it. Ahem. Fine. Since you were my student, I'll apply the ointment for you. But I'll let it go if it's only once or twice. Don't pester me to do this kind of thing again and again. You know I'm a righteous person. Yan Wushuang's eyes were fixed on Qin Feng's chest. Qin Fen muttered to himself for a long time. Yan Wushuang's qi and blood, which she had suppressed with great difficulty, started to flow again. Qin Fen didn't know the condition of Yan Wushuang's body. Seeing that Yan Wushuang didn't say anything, he thought that she wanted him to apply the medicine for her. Without any hesitation, Qin Feng poured the 2 bottles of powder onto his hands. He tore off Yan Wushuang's torn bra and pressed his hands on it. Then, he began to knead and press. "Ah!" Yan Wushuang suddenly moaned. Her voice was as seductive as the tinkling of spring water. It made Qin Fen's heart burn with desire. He increased the strength of his hands. Yan Wushuang couldn't control the chaotic inner qi in her body anymore. Her qi and blood were flowing to the top of her head. Her pale face turned red. She looked as scary as a vampire. Qin Feng didn't notice this at all. His eyes were fixed on Yan Wushuang's chest. Qin Feng realized that Yan Wushuang's chest was really big. He couldn't even hold half of it with his hands. Qin Feng had already finished rubbing the powder in his hand, but he was still playing with Yan Wushuang's breasts. He was having so much fun that he did not even notice Yan Wushuang suddenly opening her blood-red eyes. "Qin Fen, is it fun?" A cold voice that seemed to come from hell sounded in Qin Fen's ears. Chapter 557. Qin Feng was caught off guard, and Yan Wushuang used all her strength. Qin Feng's body was sent flying more than 10 meters into the air. Bang! Just as Qin Feng was about to land on the ground, Yan Wushuang dashed toward him and kicked him again, sending him flying into the air again. Qin Feng did not expect Yan Wushuang to be so powerful after she unleashed her full strength. However, he was more interested in Yan Wushuang's bouncing breasts during the fight. Yan Wushuang's upper body was naked, so it was very alluring for her to jump around. Qin Feng was so entranced that he forgot that he was being abused by a beauty. Slap! Yan Wushuang leaped around the forest and kept hitting Qin Feng with her palms. However, she soon realized that Qin Feng did not have any reaction. Instead, he was staring at her breasts with a burning gaze. Yan Wushuang was so angry that her hair stood on end. Her attacks became more intense and powerful. However, Yan Wushuang's stage 7 inner qi was no match for Qin Feng. Qin Feng was wearing the sacred azure battle armor, so he did not feel much pain from Yan Wushuang's attacks. "Qin Feng, if you keep looking, I'll poke your eyes out." Yan Wushuang was so angry that she gnashed her teeth and started to threaten Qin Feng. Qin Feng did not seem to hear Yan Wushuang's words. His eyes were still fixed on Yan Wushuang's breasts. "Wushuang, you're always hitting me with your hands. Don't break them. Why don't you use your breasts to hit me?" "Ah! You pervert. Dream on." Yan Wushuang was shocked by Qin Feng's words. If looks could kill, Qin Feng would have died thousands of times. Yan Wushuang pummeled Qin Feng for a while more. She realized that Qin Feng was not afraid of pain at all. Moreover, Qin Feng enjoyed staring at Yan Wushuang's chest. In the end, Yan Wushuang had no choice but to jump to the top of a big tree. When she came out, she had a circle of leaves around her chest. She looked very sexy. Though Qin Feng wasn't severely injured, he was covered in dirt and grime. When Qin Feng saw Yan Wushuang walking out, he took off his coat and tossed it to her. "Don't follow me, or I won't hold back anymore," Yan Wushuang said. It was as if Qin Feng had turned into a different person. Yan Wushuang could not get used to it for a while. When she saw Qin Feng was about to run away, Yan Wushuang regained her senses and hastily chased after him. "Qin Feng, if you really run away today, you'll become the enemy of the dragon sect. No matter where you hide in the future, the people of the dragon sect won't let you go. I advise you to come back with me." Yan Wushuang explained the situation to Qin Feng as she chased after him. Qin Feng had heard about the 3 sects and 5 sects of China. He had met the other 2 sects and 5 sects except for the Hong sect and had even fought with the Verdant sect and the 5 sects. Qin Feng slowly understood the layout of this society. Half a year ago, you were still a powerless hedonistic young master. But half a year ago, you underwent a drastic change. From a hedonistic young master who knew nothing, you became a super genius in music, racing, calligraphy, and finance. You couldn't cultivate before, but you've reached stage 9 inner chi in just half a year. Only a few people in China have achieved this kind of speed. Qin Feng didn't expect that Yan Wushuang had been investigating him for a long time. Yan Wushuang acted as if she didn't notice Qin Feng's wariness. She continued, "The Dragon Sect is a secret organization of the country. It gathers all the talents and elites in China. You're the person I'm investigating. Your transformation and ability have reached the standard to join the Dragon Sect. I plan to recruit you into the Dragon Sect after observing you for a while. But I didn't expect you to cause so much trouble. You've caused the upper management of the Dragon Sect to be very dissatisfied with you." Yan Wushuang told Qin Feng all the things that she had been hiding. However, she didn't tell him that she was the woman in black. Qin Feng's expression changed. Suddenly, he sneered, "Hee hee. Team leader Yan, you know I hate it when people investigate me. Aren't you afraid that I'll kill you out of anger?" Yan Wushuang didn't look nervous or afraid at all. She said calmly, "You can kill me, but you'll become the enemy of the Dragon Sect. You still don't know how powerful the Dragon Sect is. I can tell you that the power of the Dragon Sect is beyond your imagination. The number of people who can kill you is in the double digits." Yan Wushuang's expression didn't look like she was lying. Qin Feng was shocked. He had the strength of an early stage 9 inner chi expert. How could a few dozen people from the Dragon Sect kill him? What kind of concept was that? Qin Feng had guessed that the Dragon Sect must be very powerful, but he didn't expect them to be this powerful. If that was the case, Qin Feng couldn't fall out with the Dragon Sect right now. Otherwise, he would only be waiting for death. "Is my joining the Dragon Sect your condition for rescuing me?" Qin Feng was not an idiot. He quickly figured out the reason behind it. Yan Wushuang nodded. Then, she shook her head and said, "It's just one of the conditions. After you join the Dragon Sect, there's a mission for you to complete. After you complete this mission, you will be officially a member of the Dragon Sect. After that, you will be considered as a meritorious deed, and the Dragon Sect will not pursue the matter further." Qin Feng felt that he was at a disadvantage no matter how he looked at it. The Dragon Sect was a big trap, but he had no other choice. If he didn't join the dragon sect, he would face the wrath of the dragon sect. Currently, Qin Feng had the strength of a stage 9 inner chi expert with the help of the killer book. After the effects of the killer book wore off, Qin Feng would only be a stage 5 inner chi expert. At most, he could fight against a stage 7 inner chi expert. What mission? Qin Feng asked after a moment of hesitation. Yan Wuxuang's lips curved into a smile. She already knew Qin Feng's choice. She smiled and said, "Since you have agreed to join the dragon sect, follow me back to the dragon sect's branch in Jindu City. I will tell you the details of the mission when we get there." Qin Feng had stayed in Acropolis City for more than 10 days. Now, he had to leave again. Although he was reluctant to leave, he had no other choice. He followed Yan Wuxuang and prepared to leave Devil Beast Mountain. Suddenly, Yan Wuxuang remembered something. She stopped and looked at Qin Feng. "Oh, you have to die once." "Die once? What do you mean?" Qin Feng looked at Yan Wuxuang, puzzled. "You have to fake your death once. After we return to Jindu City, don't show your face as Qin Feng anymore. Otherwise, the dragon sect will not be able to explain to the people in the outer martial world," Yan Wuxuang explained. The dragon sect is a powerful force controlled by the Chinese government. Why are you afraid of those outer martial world sects? Qin Feng curled his lips and said with dissatisfaction. It's because the dragon sect belongs to the government that we have to consider everything. The outer martial world is much more complicated than you can imagine. The sects you see now are just the tip of the iceberg. They haven't sent their real experts because the outer martial world has an agreement with the government. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know how many times you would die. Chapter 558. Qin Feng was speechless when he heard Yan Wuxuang's words. He thought that after joining the dragon sect, he would be a member of the government. In the future, the disciples of the sects outside the martial arts world would try to curry favor with Qin Feng. However, it seemed like that was not the case at all. "Then how do you want me to die? Why don't you fuck me to death?" Qin Feng glared at Yan Wuxuang. Yan Wuxuang finally spoke to Qin Feng calmly. Now, she was almost angered to death by Qin Feng again. "I dare you to say that again. I'll call Jing Jinghu here right now and have him cripple your martial arts. Then, I'll lock you up in the dragon sect's prison and whip you every day." Yan Wuxuang's expression was serious. Qin Feng hurriedly smiled and said, "Wuxuang, why are you so angry? When I said I want you to fuck me to death, I mean beat me to death. Don't tell me you got the wrong idea." Yan Wuxuang saw Qin Feng's wretched smile and knew what he meant by "fuck me." Yan Wuxuang felt disgusted by this topic and didn't want to talk to Qin Feng anymore. Seeing that Yan Wuxuang was suddenly sulking and silent, Qin Feng didn't continue to test her tolerance level. A white light flashed in Qin Feng's mind, and he suddenly remembered something very important. Before coming to Devil Beast Mountain, Xiao 11 Lang had sent a message to Qin Feng on the Warrior Guild, asking Green Wolf to kill Qin Feng. Qin Feng had been having a headache over this matter, and now was the perfect time to settle this matter as well. "Little Pig, is there any clones in the system?" Qin Feng hurriedly asked Little Pig. "Of course there is. What price do you want, Master?" Little Pig said. Qin Feng asked casually. He didn't think that the system would even sell clones. Qin Feng was once again shocked by the power of the system. "Find me a clone that isn't expensive and can't be easily seen through." Little Pig searched according to Qin Feng's instructions. Soon, it picked out 3 types of clones in Qin Feng's mind. The 3 types of clones had the same price, 5,000 hedonist points each. Each clone could be maintained for an hour. During this hour, the clone would have 2/3 of Qin Feng's strength. The three clones had different characteristics. One had speed that was at Qin Feng's peak, one had strength that was at Qin Feng's peak, and the last one had physical characteristics and aura that matched Qin Feng's. Right now, Qin Feng's main goal was to find a doppelganger that wouldn't be seen through by others. He didn't need the doppelganger to be very powerful, so he chose a third doppelganger. With a thought from Qin Feng, 5,000 hedonist points disappeared. A white light flashed and in the next second, another clone of Qin Feng appeared next to the real Qin Feng. Why? Why are there two Qin Fengs? What's going on? Yan Wushuang was startled by the appearance of the doppelganger. She looked as if she had seen a ghost. Qin Feng was shocked. He thought he would put the doppelganger in the system and release it when he needed it. He didn't expect that the doppelganger would jump out on its own as soon as he bought it. Qin Feng looked at the other him standing less than half a meter away from him. He felt like he was looking at a mirror. This doppelganger's appearance, form, behavior, and aura were exactly the same as Qin Feng. It gave Qin Feng a strange feeling. Aw! Qin Feng, what are you doing? Get out of my way! Yan Wushuang suddenly screamed. Qin Feng was scared to death when he saw the scene in front of him. The doppelganger ran up to Yan Wushuang and pinched her chest. That wretched and vulgar look was exactly the same as Qin Feng's. Fuck, this is too fucking embarrassing. Little pig, why did the system create such a shameless and vulgar clone? Qin Feng couldn't help but curse inwardly as he looked at his other self. Little pig looked at Qin Feng with disdain and said, Master, you're wrong about the system. The doppelganger created by the system is 100% compatible with the personality and behavior of the doppelganger's master. In other words, what the doppelganger is doing right now is exactly what master would normally do. Or, it's something that you really want to do but can't do because of moral and social reasons. After listening to Little Pig's explanation, Qin Feng's mouth twitched violently. He pretended that he couldn't hear Little Pig and refused to communicate with him. At this moment, Qin Feng's doppelganger was running around Yan Wushuang with a smile on its face. From time to time, it would reach out to touch Yan Wushuang's breasts and perky buttocks. Qin Feng wanted to beat the doppelganger up. Yan Wushuang screamed in fear. She still hadn't recovered from the shock of seeing the two Qin Fengs. She was scared to death when one of them suddenly became so perverted. Damn you, Qin Feng! Get back here! Qin Feng yelled at the doppelganger. Fortunately, the doppelganger obeyed Qin Feng's order and leaped back to Qin Feng's side. However, its eyes were still staring at Yan Wushuang's breasts and it kept swallowing saliva from time to time. Qin Feng had lost all his face after buying such a perverted doppelganger. He wished he could kill the doppelganger with his sword. However, when he remembered that he had spent 5,000 hedonist points on this doppelganger, he couldn't bring himself to do it. Yan Wushuang patted her breasts with her delicate, lily-white hands. She was scared out of her wits. She couldn't tell which Qin Feng was the real Qin Feng, so she kept staring at the two Qin Fengs with vigilance. Miss Wushuang, I'm sorry for scaring you. This is just a doppelganger that I created. He doesn't actually exist. Please don't take it to heart that I took advantage of you just now. Qin Feng smiled and walked to Yan Wushuang. Yan Wushuang took 2 steps back and kept a safe distance from Qin Feng. You said that's your doppelganger. How can you create something like this? Don't tell me you're a heretical cultivator? Yan Wushuang was a stage 7 inner chi expert. She had seen her fair share of powerful cultivators, but she had never seen any orthodox martial cultivator who could create a doppelganger. She was more and more curious about Qin Feng's secret. Martial cultivators, demonic cultivators, and heretical cultivators are all cultivators. Firecrackers, wiping firecrackers, and shooting firecrackers are all firecrackers. Why do you have to distinguish them so clearly? Qin Feng said with a smile. Yan Wushuang's brain couldn't process what Qin Feng was saying. She nodded and said, "You're right." "Wait, you pervert. What are you talking about?" Yan Wushuang was infuriated by Qin Feng. Qin Feng was indeed the #1 hedonistic young master of Acropolis City. Every 3 sentences he said were lewd. Although Yan Wushuang's cultivation level was higher, she had never been in a relationship. She was still a budding young girl. How could she endure Qin Feng's open words? Seeing Yan Wushuang's shy and angry expression, Qin Feng felt that this girl had a cute side to her even though she looked cold and arrogant. Since the doppelganger only lasted for an hour, Qin Feng didn't dare to waste any more time. "Wushuang, I created this doppelganger to fake my death. Are you going to kill my doppelganger?" Qin Feng asked Yan Wushuang. Yan Wushuang thought for a while and shook her head. She said, "I can't kill you. If I do that, people from the outer martial arts world will think that the dragon sect is here to take away your treasure. If I kill you, I'll take away your treasure. If that's the case, I'm afraid those forces from the outer martial arts world will join forces to pressure the dragon sect." Yan Wushuang was indeed the leader of the dragon sect's Huang group. She was very thoughtful. Qin Feng thought that Yan Wushuang wouldn't be able to kill him. This scene was full of loopholes. He couldn't let Yan Wushuang kill him. "Then I'll do it myself," Qin Feng said suddenly. Yan Wushuang widened her eyes and looked at Qin Feng in surprise. "You, kill yourself? Why does it feel so weird?" Yan Wushuang wasn't the only one who felt weird. Even Qin Feng felt awkward. In fact, Qin Feng had already thought about killing the doppelganger. However, he wanted to use the identity of Green Wolf to kill the doppelganger. This way, he could fake his death and complete Xiao Shilang's task. After he gained Xiao Shilang's trust, Qin Feng could ask him out and reveal the doppelganger's true identity. Qin Feng had thought of a comprehensive plan, but he still had one concern. Aside from Lu Jie, no one else knew that Qin Feng was Green Wolf. Initially, Qin Feng didn't want to reveal his identity in front of Yan Wushuang. After all, Qin Feng couldn't completely trust this lass. However, Qin Feng had no other choice. "Miss Wushuang, I'm not surprised that you showed up as the leader of the dragon sect. Don't you find it strange?" Qin Feng knew that Yan Wushuang was a member of the dragon sect, but he pretended not to know. Yan Wushuang was here to recruit Qin Feng into the dragon sect. Therefore, there was no need for her to hide her identity as a member of the dragon sect. Sooner or later, Qin Feng would know about it. However, Yan Wushuang was curious about Qin Feng's reaction. She didn't have the time to ask Qin Feng about it. Now that Qin Feng mentioned it, Yan Wushuang couldn't help but ask. "By the way, why are you asking me this now? Shouldn't you be surprised when you first saw me?" Qin Feng smiled and said, "Ms. Wushuang, since you've revealed your identity to me, I'll reveal my other identity to you as well. You'll know why I'm not surprised when you see my other identity." Qin Feng looked at Yan Wushuang with a serious expression. In Yan Wushuang's eyes, a light blue armor suddenly appeared on Qin Feng's body. The armor flowed like water and emitted a faint spiritual energy. The strange material attracted Yan Wushuang's attention. The sacred azure battle armor on Qin Feng's body began to change shape. The blue light around Qin Feng's body disappeared, and a ferocious wolf mask appeared on Qin Feng's head. A red cloak fluttered in the wind, revealing the appearance of a green wolf in front of Yan Wushuang. Yan Wushuang's pupils contracted when she saw Qin Feng had transformed into Green Wolf. When Qin Feng and Lu Jia carried Taoist Rakshas's body to submit the mission, Yan Wushuang felt that Green Wolf looked familiar. Now, Yan Wushuang realized that Green Wolf was Qin Feng. No wonder Qin Feng wasn't surprised when he learned that she was a member of the dragon sect. Miss Wushuang, I'm going to kill Qin Feng as Green Wolf. Isn't it a good plan? Qin Feng said with a smile. Don't worry about me for now. Qin Feng wants to escape, but a wolf-headed monster appears halfway. Hurry and control Qin Feng. Try to take down that wolf-headed monster as well. Yan Wushuang pretended to be weak. Madman Yang quickly looked at the battlefield. Qin Feng was at the early stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi, and his doppelganger was at the peak of Stage 7 Inner Qi. When the two of them fought, Madman Yang didn't dare to approach them, let alone take down both of them at the same time. What's going on? What's that wolf-headed monster? Team leader Yan is injured. Did Qin Feng injure her? Soon, more than a dozen martial artists rushed to the scene. The weakest among them was a Stage 6 Inner Qi master, but they stood 20 meters away from Qin Feng, who was a Stage 9 Inner Qi master. No one dared to rashly join the fight. I don't know where that wolf-headed monster came from, but he's the one who injured team leader Yan. Judging from his strength, he's obviously a Stage 9 Inner Qi master. I don't think there are so many Stage 9 Inner Qi masters in the outer martial arts world. Why are they all here today? All the martial artists stood at the side and complained incessantly. Qin Feng was having a good time beating up his doppelganger. Gradually, more and more martial artists rushed to the scene. Even Qi Wanjun and Uncle Fu arrived. Their clothes were torn and tattered, and there were many wounds on their bodies. It seemed that they had been through a fierce battle. Team leader Yan, why are you injured? Where did that wolf-headed monster come from? Qi Wanjun was dumbfounded by the scene in front of him. He could tell that the wolf-headed monster was a Stage 9 Inner Qi master. Since when did China have so many masters? Yan Wushuang briefly explained the situation to Qi Wanjun, and Qi Wanjun did not suspect anything. Uncle Fu stood at the side and watched Qin Feng get beaten up again and again. He was burning with anxiety. Suddenly, he roared and punched at the wolf-headed monster. Stinking brat, you're wearing a wolf mask to fool us. If you have the ability, then take off your mask and let this old man see who you are. Dragon subduing fist. Rumble. Uncle Fu swung his fist towards Qin Feng. The full power of Stage 9 external was revealed. Qin Feng felt a violent aura surging towards him from a dozen or so meters away. That aura made it hard for Qin Feng to breathe. His speed and strength were both suppressed. In a moment of desperation, Qin Feng hurriedly swung his fist. Advanced Thunder Tiger Fists. The dragon subduing fist collided with the Thunder Tiger Fists, and a series of explosions reverberated in the air. This was the first time Qin Feng witnessed Uncle Fu's true strength. His body shot out like a cannonball. Uncle Fu staggered 5 steps backward after being hit by Qin Feng's punch. When he stopped, his face was filled with astonishment. He had observed Qin Feng's Thunder Tiger Fists when he first discovered that Qin Feng could cultivate. Uncle Fu was familiar with this fist technique, and the wolf-headed monster used the Thunder Tiger Fists. Uncle Fu, go after the wolf-headed monster. We can't let him get away. Seeing this scene, Yan Wushuang felt helpless. She never thought that Uncle Fu would be able to send Qin Feng flying. Yan Wushuang hastily ordered Uncle Fu to capture the wolf-headed monster. If Uncle Fu went, Qin Feng could still talk to Uncle Fu and explain the situation to him. If Qi Wanjun went, Qin Feng would definitely be exposed. Uncle Fu wanted to go after the wolf-headed monster to find out what was going on. He leaped into the air, turned into a black shadow, and disappeared. Qin Feng's clone quickly chased after the wolf-headed monster. Uncle Qi, I'm injured. Stay by my side and protect me. Let's go together. Yan Wushuang stood up and followed Qi Wanjun. However, Yan Wushuang's speed was very slow. It was obvious that she was stalling for time. Qi Wanjun was very anxious, but he couldn't go after the wolf-headed monster himself. Devil Beast Mountain was too chaotic, and Yan Wushuang was injured. If something happened to her, Qi Wanjun wouldn't be able to bear the consequences. Uncle Fu had already caught up with Qin Feng's clone. He hastily shouted, "Young Master Qin, don't chase after that wolf-headed monster. You're no match for him. Leave this place and hide. I'll cover you." Uncle Fu shouted for Qin Feng's clone for a long time, but the clone didn't respond. It just kept chasing after Qin Feng. Uncle Fu was confused by the clone. He didn't know what was going on with Qin Feng. Feeling helpless, Uncle Fu grabbed the clone's shoulder and tried to pull Qin Feng back. Bang! To Uncle Fu's surprise, after the doppelganger was controlled by Qin Feng, it struck Uncle Fu with a backhand palm. Uncle Fu was caught off guard and was hit by the doppelganger. Fortunately, the doppelganger only had 2/3 of Qin Feng's strength, which was equivalent to a stage 7 inner Qi expert. Uncle Fu's body only stopped for a moment when the doppelganger hit him. Is young Master Qin crazy? Uncle Fu stared at Qin Feng, who continued to chase after the wolf-headed monster. He couldn't come to his senses for a while. When Uncle Fu regained his senses, he felt that there was something strange between Qin Feng and the wolf-headed monster. This time, Uncle Fu didn't chase after Qin Feng. He leaped to the side of the wolf-headed monster. "Who are you? Take off your mask, or I won't be polite anymore," Uncle Fu roared. Qin Feng was immediately suppressed by an imposing aura, and his speed decreased significantly. Qin Feng took a punch from Uncle Fu. If he didn't buy an inner yuan pill in time, he would have died. However, Qin Feng's injuries were only half healed. Facing Uncle Fu's oppressive aura, Qin Feng immediately stopped. "Uncle Fu, I'm Qin Feng." Qin Feng looked around to make sure there was no one else around and quickly said. Uncle Fu's fist was about to land on Qin Feng's face. He was so scared that he hastily withdrew his fist. "You're young Master Qin. Who's that guy?" Uncle Fu was confused by Qin Feng and the wolf-headed monster. He pointed at the clone standing foolishly beside Qin Feng and asked. Qin Feng hastily returned to his original appearance and said quickly, "I don't have time to explain in detail. In short, I'm the real Qin Feng. That's just a clone. I want to kill Qin Feng in front of everyone and temporarily change my identity." Uncle Fu was puzzled by Qin Feng's words. However, Uncle Fu roughly understood that Qin Feng wanted to fake his death. Seeing that the wolf-headed monster was the real Qin Feng, Uncle Fu was shocked. Just then, he had used all of his strength to punch Qin Feng. Uncle Fu didn't think that not only was Qin Feng not dead or injured, but he was completely fine. Even Uncle Fu couldn't understand the current Qin Feng. "Young Master Qin, this is a good plan. You've caused chaos in the pugilistic world and killed many experts from outside the pugilistic world. It's good for you to temporarily change your identity and hide." The situation was urgent, so Uncle Fu didn't have time to think too much. He approved of Qin Feng's plan. The two hadn't talked for long when they heard hurried footsteps approaching. "Uncle Fu, pretend to help Qin Feng deal with me. I believe that old dog Qi Wanjun will come to help me. Then we'll secretly ambush that old fart and try to kill him." Qin Feng quickly thought of a brilliant plan, and Uncle Fu secretly applauded. Just as the two finished discussing their plan, a figure flew over. Qin Feng hastily reverted to his wolf form and fought fiercely with Uncle Fu. It can't be. That wolf-headed monster is evenly matched with Uncle Fu. Where did this expert come from? And he purposely wore a mask. He must be trying to steal Qin Feng's treasures. Sigh. Now that the dragon sect has brought the tiger from Beijing and the tiger from southeast to protect Qin Feng, I don't think we'll be able to get a share of the treasures this time. In the eyes of the martial artists from outside the pugilistic world, Qin Feng alone had attracted 3 Stage 9 Inner Qi experts. Including Qin Feng, who was a Stage 9 Inner Qi expert, there were a total of 4 Stage 9 martial artists here. It had been a long time since they'd seen such a grand formation. Chapter 560. Thank you, a little fan, for your continued support. Thank you, loving moonlight, for your support. At this moment, Qin Feng and Uncle Fu were fighting fiercely. Uncle Fu deliberately made the fight sound big, but the attacks that actually landed on Qin Feng weren't that strong. Even so, Qin Feng's body couldn't take it after fighting with Uncle Fu for a while. Qin Feng used the killer book to temporarily raise his inner qi to Stage 9, but Uncle Fu, who had reached Stage 9 for more than 20 years, was too much for him to handle. If Uncle Fu used his full strength, Qin Feng wouldn't even be able to withstand a single punch from him. You can't go on like this. You're still too weak. I'm afraid Qi Wanjun will see through you. Uncle Fu whispered into Qin Feng's ear. Qin Feng's forehead was beaded with sweat. He knew he'd be seen through if he kept fighting like this. Most importantly, Qin Feng thought Qi Wanjun would intervene and help him. He didn't think the old geezer would just watch from afar and have no intention of helping. Uncle Fu's attacks became fiercer and fiercer. Dust flew into the air as he purposely made it difficult for the martial artists in the distance to see what was happening. Qin Feng's doppelganger stood dumbly at the side, not knowing who to help. Although Qin Feng had eaten the inner vitality pill, his strength had only recovered to Stage 8. Facing a top-tier expert like Uncle Fu, Qin Feng couldn't hold on much longer. At this critical moment, Little Pig's voice rang in Qin Feng's mind. Master, you don't have enough inner qi in your body. If you persist, it will affect your future breakthroughs. I suggest Master use an external technique to fight and upgrade the advanced Thunder Tiger Fist to the special Thunder Tiger Fist. Ever since the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace 3 months ago, Qin Feng had been focusing on improving his internal martial technique. He hadn't really practiced his external martial technique, so he was still stuck at Stage 4 external martial technique. Now that Little Pig reminded him, Qin Feng finally remembered his external martial technique. After dodging Uncle Fu's dragon subduing fists, Qin Feng leaped onto a large tree and quickly entered the system's upgrade interface. Not long ago, Qin Feng had spent 5,000 hedonist points to upgrade the intermediate Thunder Tiger Fists to advanced. The Thunder Tiger Fists could be upgraded to special rank, which would cost 10,000 hedonist points. Upgrade. Qin Feng had killed many experts in the martial world disturbance and earned a lot of hedonist points. Without thinking too much, Qin Feng upgraded the advanced Thunder Tiger Fist to the special rank Thunder Tiger Fist. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for successfully leveling up the Thunder Tiger Fists to the highest rank. The system will reward host Qin Feng with an additional 3,000 hedonist points. I hope host Qin Feng will continue to work hard and become even stronger. The system's voice rang out. This reward wasn't the same as the previous quest. It was an additional reward from the system. Rumble. Now that the special Thunder Tiger Fists had been successfully upgraded, a tiger's roar seemed to come from Qin Feng's body. Instantly, a strong gale sprang up, and the trees swayed. Even the valley was filled with the sound of the roaring. Even Uncle Fu, who was standing on the ground, could feel the earth shaking. "Rotten old man, fall for me!" Qin Feng roared. He descended from mid-air and threw a simple punch towards Uncle Fu. The special Thunder Tiger fists had already reached the pinnacle of this fist technique. It could be said that this fist technique had its own style, and Qin Feng could be called a fist technique grandmaster. The Thunder Tiger fists descended from the sky, and the wind generated from the punch was like a tiger's roar. It condensed into a corporeal tiger chi wave, whistling as it pounced towards Uncle Fu. In that instant, Uncle Fu was so stunned that he even forgot to breathe. Uncle Fu was a physical cultivation genius that only appeared once in 1,000 years. He had practiced the dragon-subduing fist for more than 30 years. Uncle Fu's understanding of fist techniques was similar to Mount Hua's sword maniac Yang's understanding of sword techniques. They were both infatuated with each other. In all of China, there weren't many people who could reach Uncle Fu's level of comprehension in fist techniques. However, Uncle Fu was completely dumbfounded when he saw the ferocious tiger formed by the wind generated from the punch. He never thought that fist techniques could be used to such an extent. It was simply a miracle. Bang! The special Thunder Tiger fists were extremely fast and unstoppable. Uncle Fu was only distracted for a moment before he received a punch to his chest, and his body was sent flying. Now that Qin Feng had the strength of a stage 4 martial artist, he could explode with 5 times the strength of a normal person. The special Thunder Tiger fists also had 5 times the strength of a normal person. Qin Feng's simple punch had 10 times the strength of a normal person, which was a full 500 kilograms. If it smashed into a small mountain, it would create a large crater. Pfft. After Uncle Fu fell to the ground, he spat out a mouthful of blood. However, the blood was forced out from Uncle Fu's body. Although Qin Feng's punch was powerful and domineering, physical cultivators not only trained their strength, but also their body. Uncle Fu's body could be said to be an iron wall, so Qin Feng's punch did not cause any damage to him. Hiss! Uncle Fu fell to the ground, and the dust fell. The scene in front of them became abnormally clear, causing everyone to suck in a breath of cold air. The Southeast Tiger was defeated. How is that possible? Who is this wolf-headed man? Other than the 9 dragons and 5 tigers, the only ones who can fight against the Southeast Tiger are the old monsters of the 3 sects and 5 sects, right? Nanhai, what do you mean? Are you trying to say that the wolf-headed man is from the 3 sects and 5 sects? Isn't this a bit too far-fetched? Maniac Yang glared at the Quick Blade sect leader, Nanhai Saber King. Nanhai Saber King chuckled, what else can I mean? I was just lamenting. Brother Yang, why are you so nervous? Could it be that the wolf-headed man is one of the great elders of the Chinese sect? Everyone was suspicious of Green Wolf's identity. In the martial world outside of China, there were only a handful of people who could defeat Yuan Fu. Not only did Nanhai Saber King suspect the old monsters of the 3 sects and 5 sects, but other small forces and sects also thought the same. However, they were too weak to say it out loud like Nanhai Saber King. Seeing that the major powers were about to clash with each other, someone in the crowd suddenly shouted, "Did you guys notice? That wolf-headed monster's figure and height are somewhat similar to Qin Feng's. Moreover, the fist technique he used to defeat Senior Yuan Fu is also somewhat familiar. It seems to be the fist technique Qin Feng used before." When this question was raised, the crowd immediately went into an uproar. It was fine if someone had not mentioned it before, but now that someone mentioned it, the other martial artists quickly realized that Green Wolf and Qin Feng were indeed very similar. Seeing that everyone began to doubt Green Wolf's identity, Yan Wushuang's willowy eyebrows knitted together. She was extremely nervous. don't talk nonsense. That wolf-headed man is definitely not Qin Feng. Wu-Tang sect's Zhang Duanya snorted disdainfully. Everyone looked at him. Zhang Duanya enjoyed the feeling of being the center of attention. He put on a cold demeanor and continued, I fought Qin Feng before and saw his fist technique. His fist technique is indeed similar to the wolf-headed man's fist technique, but its power is not even 1/10 of the wolf-headed man's fist force. Moreover, we are all cultivators, so we all know that the fist techniques, sword techniques, and staff techniques of various sects are interconnected. It is normal for fist techniques to look similar. What really matters is the attack power of the fist technique. That wolf-headed man could defeat the Southeast Tiger with one punch. Can Qin Feng do the same? Qin Feng is just a little piece of trash. He will definitely die today. Zhang Duanya hated Qin Feng to death in his heart. He looked at Qin Feng with disdain and added, I don't know what you're looking at. That idiot Qin Feng cultivates an internal technique, and this wolf-headed man clearly cultivates an external fist technique. How could they be the same person? Zhang Duanya's analysis was very reasonable. No one could refute him. Zhang Duanya was overjoyed when he saw everyone's defeated expressions. He felt that he had gained a lot of face for the Wu-Tang sect. If Qin Feng heard what Zhang Duanya said, he would definitely thank him in person. Team leader Yen, stay here and don't move. I'll go take down Qin Feng and that wolf-headed man. Ha! Uncle Qi, don't. Qi Wanjun hadn't made a move until now, but before Yen Wuxuan could finish speaking, he leaped into the battlefield. After Uncle Fu fell to the ground, he pretended to be heavily injured and did not get up. Qin Feng did not deal with Uncle Fu anymore. Instead, he pretended to fight with the clone. Seeing that the show was almost over, Qin Feng was about to kill the clone with one punch when he suddenly heard a gust of wind behind him. Qin Feng turned around and saw that Qi Wanjun was already slapping at him. Qin Feng cursed in his heart, this old fart. He was waiting for both sides to be injured so he could reap the benefits. He quickly leaped and dodged Qi Wanjun's attack. After dodging Qi Wanjun, Qin Feng did not dare to fight him. If they fought, Qin Feng was sure that his identity would be exposed. Qin Feng leaped and arrived at Uncle Fu's side. Uncle Fu was still lying on the ground, staring at Qi Wanjun with a burning gaze. Old fart, get out of here now, or I won't hold back anymore. I don't even care about the Southeastern Tiger. You're just an ant. Qin Feng rushed to Uncle Fu's side as he said those words to anger Qi Wanjun and lure him over. As expected, Qi Wanjun's expression gradually turned cold. He quickened his pace and quickly caught up to Qin Feng. Qin Feng had already arrived at Uncle Fu's side. He gave Uncle Fu a look, and Uncle Fu immediately understood and continued to lie on the ground, pretending to be heavily injured. Whoosh! Qin Feng leaped and flashed past Uncle Fu. Qi Wanjun followed closely behind, but he suddenly stopped beside Uncle Fu. Qi Wanjun looked at the dying Uncle Fu with a sinister smile. Ha! Yuan Fu, I didn't expect you to have such a day. Southeastern Tiger. I don't think you can even be considered as a worm. Go to hell. Qi Wanjun had been waiting for this moment. Qi Wanjun's first move was his ultimate killing move, showing no mercy. Qi Wanjun's palm descended with the force of a thunderbolt. Uncle Fu's gray hair was blown into a mess, and his face was solemn. Just as the palm was about to land on Uncle Fu's chest, Uncle Fu suddenly punched. Divine Dragon Fist. Rumble. Uncle Fu's attack was too sudden. By the time Qi Wanjun regained his senses, he had no chance to dodge. The fist and palm collided, and the ground cracked. Qi Wanjun's eyes were filled with astonishment. He seemed to have understood something, but it was too late. Pfft. Both of them were stage 9 external experts. This kind of head-on collision caused severe damage to their bodies. Uncle Fu sank into the ground, creating a human-shaped crater. Chi Wanjun wasn't much better off. His body shot into the sky like a kite with a broken string, swaying unsteadily and spewing blood in midair. P.S. Happy May 1st everyone. May is busy, so I can only guarantee 1 chapter a day. I hope everyone can understand Young Master Do will save more manuscripts. In June, 3 chapters of 10,000 words a day will be released. Chapter 561. Whoosh! A black figure flickered and leaped from branch to branch, arriving at Chi Wanjuan's side in no time. Chi Wanjuan's eyes narrowed when he saw the figure. He suddenly had a bad feeling. Brother, I have no enmity towards you. Why don't we work together to kill Southeast Tiger first? As for Qin Feng, I'll hand him over to you later. The newcomer was none other than Qin Feng. He wore a sinister wolf mask. In this gloomy and serene devil-beast mountain, he looked extremely eerie and terrifying. Chi Wanjun was a bit afraid. Is that so? I remember you were chasing me relentlessly just now, but now you've changed your mind. How can you be so shameless? Qin Feng said in the voice of a green wolf. Chi Wanjun wanted to quibble and gain the wolf-head man's trust, but Qin Feng didn't want to miss this perfect opportunity. He swung his fist at Chi Wanjun. Rumble. The special Thunder Tiger fists were extremely powerful. Chi Wanjun couldn't dodge in midair, so Qin Feng's fist landed on Chi Wanjun's abdomen. 500 kilograms of force smashed into him like a boulder. The pain made Chi Wanjun's veins bulge. He broke out in a cold sweat. Bang, bang, bang. Chi Wanjun's body was sent flying again. Qin Feng chased after him and punched his abdomen several more times. Qin Feng targeted Chi Wanjun's abdomen because he wanted to shatter Chi Wanjun's dantian. Didn't this old fart want to cripple me? Qin Feng would satisfy Chi Wanjun now. He would let him have a taste of being crippled. The special Thunder Tiger fists were unleashed continuously. Tiger roars filled the air. The martial artists stood dozens of meters away. Seeing Chi Wanjun being beaten like a chicken by Qin Feng, no one dared to speak. They didn't even dare to breathe too loudly. The wolf-head man had just defeated Southeast Tiger not long ago. Now, he was bullying Chi Wanjun again. Such powerful skill struck fear in everyone. Pft, pft, pft. Under Qin Feng's barrage of attacks, Chi Wanjun finally couldn't take it anymore. He began to spit out large mouthfuls of blood. Chi Wanjun had an impenetrable body, but he'd suffered internal injuries from Uncle Fu's punch. Now, he had to stabilize his internal chi and block Qin Feng's punches at the same time. Chi Wanjun wouldn't last long under these attacks. Wolf-headed freak, stop right now. Otherwise, the dragon sect will not let you off so easily. Yan Wushuang panicked when she saw that Qin Feng was torturing Chi Wanjun instead of killing the clone. Yan Wushuang did not have any relationship with Chi Wanjun. It was just that the Chinese government had sent Chi Wanjun to help the dragon sect and the dragon sect wanted to take Qin Feng away. Therefore, Yan Wushuang did not feel bad when she saw Chi Wanjun getting beaten up. She was just worried that Chi Wanjun might kill Chi Wanjun. If that happened, she would not be able to explain herself when she returned. Qin Feng acted as if he didn't hear Yan Wushuang's threat. Back when he was fighting with Sima Tu, he had made Chi Wanjun his enemy. This time, in order to completely cripple Chi Wanjun, Uncle Fu was seriously injured. How could Qin Feng stop now? He would be letting Uncle Fu down. Bang! Bang! Yan Wushuang's order did not stop Qin Feng. Instead, Qin Feng's attacks became even more frenzied. Qin Feng could feel the effects of the killer book dropping rapidly. The killer book's effects had a time limit. As long as he did not kill continuously within a certain period of time, the killer book would drop in level and return to its original state. Rumble. Qin Feng's fists turned into a blur. More than 10 Tiger Force gusts exploded at the same time and landed on Qi Wanjun's dantian. Qi Wanjun was indeed a physical martial artist who had reached the 9th stage. His body was shockingly hard. Qin Feng had punched him 50 to 60 times, but Qi Wanjun's force qi did not explode. Motherfucker, I don't believe I can't cripple you. Qin Feng saw that his strength was getting weaker and weaker. If this went on, he would not be able to cripple Qi Wanjun. In a fit of rage, Qin Feng flipped his right fist and an orange glove appeared in his hand. He gathered all the force qi in his body and unleashed a powerful attack. Special Thunder Tiger Fist. The combination of the Thunder Tiger Fists and the Winter Iron Glove multiplied their power. Fear flashed through Qi Wanjun's eyes. He could already feel the strong aura of death. He didn't have time to think. The punch landed on Qi Wanjun's abdomen, and a huge explosion sounded out, sending Qin Feng flying. Rumble. Bang, 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 bang. Qi Wanjun was still flying through the air, his body giving off continuous explosions. His clothes had long since been torn to shreds, and he was completely naked, covered in bloody wounds. It was a gruesome sight to behold. Qin Feng landed on the ground. Uncle Fu leaped to his side and said quickly, "You've crippled Qi Wanjun. His dantian exploded, and all his power is gone. Go kill your clone and leave this place." Qin Feng didn't know that Qi Wanjun was crippled, but since Uncle Fu said so, Qin Feng believed him 100%. As soon as he landed, Qin Feng didn't stop at all. He leaped up and punched at the clone. Facing Qin Feng's attack, the clone remained motionless. The Thunder Tiger Fist sent it flying to the same height as Qi Wanjun. The effect of Qin Feng's doppelganger only lasted for 1 hour, and the doppelganger's time was up. Under Qin Feng's heavy punch, the doppelganger exploded in mid-air, turning into a pool of blood and flesh. Everyone was stunned by this scene, and their jaws dropped to the ground. Whether it was the Southeast Tiger Yuan Fu, the Capital Tiger Qi Wanjun, or Qin Feng, all three of them were 9th-layer martial artists. Their strength was enough to intimidate the martial artists who had come. But no one had expected that a wolf-headed monster would appear out of nowhere and defeat Qi Wanjun and Yuan Fu in a matter of minutes. He had even killed Qin Feng with a single punch. Qin Feng is dead. Even now, no one could accept this fact. All the sects that were standing here were here to fight over Qin Feng's treasures and cultivation techniques. Now that Qin Feng was dead, everyone felt a sense of loss in their hearts. It seemed like they had no chance in this fight for the treasures. Bang! No one paid attention to Qi Wanjun because of Qin Feng's explosion. Qi Wanjun fell from the sky and smashed a deep pit on the ground. Qi Wanjun's cultivation was crippled by Qin Feng, so he was no different from an ordinary person. The fall knocked him out, and it was unknown whether he was dead or alive. Qin Feng strode to Qi Wanjun's side. He wanted to get rid of this trouble once and for all. But before he could land his foot, a beautiful figure appeared beside Qin Feng and glared at him. "Are you crazy? Didn't you say that killing the clone would be enough? Why did you cripple Uncle Qi's cultivation?" Qin Feng retracted his foot when he saw Yan Wushuang. Yan Wushuang covered her aching chest with one hand and glared at Qin Feng. "You're a troublemaker. Now that things are out of my control, we can't go to the provincial capital together. You hide in Acropolis City for a few days. I'll bring Uncle Chi back and see how the higher-ups will handle this matter. Yan Wushuang was infuriated by Qin Feng. This brat can't stop even for a moment. After yelling at Qin Feng, Yan Wushuang didn't want to look at him anymore. She was afraid that she would fight with Qin Feng if she was agitated. Qi Wanjun was stark naked, so Yan Wushuang picked up a dead man's coat and draped it over him. Then, she carried him and left quickly. Yan Wushuang left without saying a word. The outer martial artists suddenly lost their support. They all looked at the wolf-headed man in panic. Qin Feng ignored everyone and gave Uncle Fu a meaningful look. Uncle Fu understood Qin Feng's meaning and leaped into the air, disappearing into the forest of Devil Beast Mountain. The situation was hopeless. Heir, who had left, and the leader of the dragon sect also ran away with his tail between his legs. The rest of the martial artists didn't dare to stay any longer. They turned around and ran away. They were scared to death by the wolf-headed man. In less than a minute, all the martial artists were gone. Qin Feng was the only one left in the quiet and gloomy Devil Beast Mountain. The effect of the killer scroll had completely disappeared, and he had returned to his stage 5 inner chi. Qin Feng found it funny when he saw the martial artists running for their lives like frightened rabbits. The surroundings finally quieted down. Qin Feng was exhausted from the battle. He sat on the ground, and the system's announcement sounded in his head. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the continuation mission Martial World Disturbance. You have successfully intimidated, defended, and counterattacked. The system rewards host Qin Feng 30,000 hedonist points and a random ticket from a hidden interface. The continuation mission Martial World Disturbance was suddenly completed. Qin Feng was elated. He had gained 30,000 hedonist points and a random ticket from a hidden interface. Qin Feng could earn hedonist points by killing people in the continuation mission. He used this opportunity to earn more than 20,000 hedonist points. However, he had spent 8,000 hedonist points to buy 4 bottles of inner yuan pills and 10,000 hedonist points to upgrade the advanced Thunder Tiger fists. Qin Feng's expenses were more or less offset. Qin Feng opened the hedonist sovereign system. As of now, he had accumulated 78,000 hedonist points. This was the first time he had so many hedonist points ever since he had obtained the hedonist sovereign system. After this incident, Qin Feng's horizons had been broadened once again. The hidden experts of China far surpassed Qin Feng's imagination. Qin Feng wanted to make good use of these hedonist points to make himself even stronger. Qin Feng quickly collected his thoughts and focused his attention on the hidden interface drawing scroll. He was looking forward to this scroll. Qin Feng had used the hidden interface drawing scroll to draw the medicinal pills section. With the medicinal pills section, Qin Feng became a grade 1 alchemist. In the future, all he had to do was to upgrade his cauldron and his fire seed of nature to refine all kinds of high-grade medicinal pills. So what kind of hidden interface would this hidden interface random draw scroll open? Qin Feng couldn't hold it in anymore. Drawled with a thought, the scroll turned into a beam of white light and disappeared. Then, the thousands of hidden interfaces in the system started to rotate. Their speed gradually slowed down and finally came to a stop. Chapter 562. Qin Feng looked at the out-of-print interface. The introduction was as follows. Out-of-print interface function, synthesize all kinds of out-of-print celestial weapons, skills, elixirs, and celestial beasts. There's nothing the out-of-print interface can't synthesize if you can't think of it. The introduction on the out-of-print interface was simple, but it made Qin Feng's blood boil. Qin Feng's horizons had been broadened. He knew that the weapons in Huaxia had a very strict classification, from the lowest weapon, to magic weapon, spiritual weapon, celestial weapon, and then to divine weapon. Most of the weapons Qin Feng had seen in the blacksmith's shop in Warrior Town were weapons of the lowest level. They were also the weapons most used by the martial artists in the outer world. The weapons were made of ordinary materials, but they would be mixed with some rare cold iron or black iron ore, which made the weapons contain a very small amount of spirit qi. Compared with ordinary iron swords and sticks, they were of a much higher level. As for magic tools, they were weapons like the soul-cleansing necklace that Qin Feng had bought from the system. Magic tools contained a lot of spiritual qi and were usually passive defensive weapons. Of course, there were magic tools that actively attacked, but they were rare in the outer martial arts world. Next were spiritual weapons, which were also the weapons Qin Feng had the most. Spiritual weapons contained sufficient spirit qi, which could greatly enhance the user's strength. Magic weapons were rare in Huaxia, and spiritual weapons were very rare. Because of the scarcity of spiritual weapons, there were two disturbances in the martial arts world. The major forces and sects in the outer world wanted to snatch Qin Feng's spiritual weapons. Above spiritual weapons were celestial weapons. Even Qin Feng couldn't reach this level yet. However, the out-of-print interface that Qin Feng had just unlocked could make all kinds of celestial weapons. This was enough to prove the power of the out-of-print interface. After understanding the main effects of the out-of-print interface, Qin Feng was so excited that he almost cried out. He suppressed the joy in his heart and continued to look at the out-of-print interface. After some research, Qin Feng found that the out-of-print interface was also a synthesis interface. It could synthesize skills, weapons, elixirs, and spirit beasts. However, the out-of-print interface only provided powerful items to synthesize. The weapons synthesized were at least celestial weapons, and the battle pets were at least celestial beasts. However, Qin Feng soon found a problem, and it was a serious problem. At present, only one page of the out-of-print interface was gray with chains hanging on it. It was in an unopened state. As for the other hundreds of pages, they were just black screens and chained seals. There was no introduction at all. While Qin Feng was puzzled, Little Pig's voice rang in his mind, "Master, the items produced by the out-of-print interface are extremely powerful, so the requirements to unlock the out-of-print interface are quite strict. Only after Master unlocks the item in the first page and successfully synthesizes it will the system unlock the second page, and so on." Qin Feng understood. He felt that he had been happy for nothing. This out-of-print interface was too much of a scam. With these restrictions, Qin Feng felt as if he had obtained a great godly weapon, but he couldn't use the mental cultivation method and mnemonic chant. Since things had come to this, Qin Feng could only retract his thoughts and start to seriously study the first page. Starry Sky Flying Sword. Hedonist points required to unseal, 100,000 hedonist points. Cosmic Flying Sword description, a super sword that traveled through time and space. The introduction on the first page was short, but Qin Feng's mouth twitched when he read it. Qin Feng had earned a lot of hedonist points from the continuation mission of the martial world disturbance. Including the hedonist points he had saved before, he now had a total of 78,000 hedonist points. Qin Feng initially thought 78,000 hedonist points was a lot, but he didn't expect that unsealing the Cosmic Flying Sword's layout would require 100,000 hedonist points. He wondered how much would it cost to forge this flying sword after unsealing it. Qin Feng's passion for the out-of-print interface turned into a bucket of cold water. He once again experienced the system's ability to scam people to death without paying with his life. Little Pig couldn't help but laugh when he saw Qin Feng's deflated expression. "Master, if you know how powerful the Cosmic Flying Sword is, you'll feel that unsealing this layout with 100,000 hedonist points is a great deal." The system didn't have much information about the Cosmic Flying Sword. It could be said that the introduction was as good as nothing. Qin Feng didn't know what was so good about the cosmic flying sword. Don't try to fool me, you stupid pig. I won't spend 100,000 hedonist points to unseal the cosmic flying sword. I don't even know what you're going to do to me after unsealing it. I'd rather keep 100,000 hedonist points and buy a purple-grade spiritual weapon to play with. Qin Feng had researched the price of a purple-grade spiritual weapon in the system. 100,000 hedonist points was just enough for a slightly inferior purple-grade spiritual weapon. Ever since Qin Feng obtained the Sacred Azure battle armor and the Heaven Splitter, his strength had skyrocketed. Moreover, both of them were blue-grade spiritual weapons, so Qin Feng coveted purple-grade spiritual weapons more and more. Little Pig gave Qin Feng a disdainful glance and said, "Master, your vision is too low. Do you know what the meteor flying sword's main function is? It allows Master to fly on the sword. The altitude is up to Master's discretion, and its speed is no slower than an airplane." Little Pig's words stunned Qin Feng. Ever since Qin Feng started cultivating, he had encountered too many strange things that couldn't be explained by science. Gradually, Qin Feng had gotten used to it. However, when he heard about flying on the sword, he couldn't stay calm anymore. Flying on the sword? Are you kidding me? Isn't that something that only happens in novels? Qin Feng looked at Little Pig in astonishment. Little Pig said seriously, "Master, the meteor flying sword was forged from meteorites from outer space. It's extremely hard, and there's nothing on Earth that it can't split open. Moreover, you can inject qi into the meteorites from outer space. Once Master successfully forged the meteor flying sword, it'll have its own consciousness and can communicate with Master. Not only can it fly on the sword, but it can also control the sword to kill." Little Pig's explanation was very detailed. This time, Qin Feng was really moved. He didn't think that the hedonist sovereign system could forge such a heaven-defying celestial weapon like the meteor flying sword. This made Qin Feng wonder where the hedonist sovereign system came from. How could it be so powerful? Little Pig, where did the hedonist sovereign system come from? Who created it? Qin Feng couldn't help but ask. Little Pig looked embarrassed. It pouted its chubby mouth and said, "Master, you asked about this before. Only when you become a rank 9 hedonist sovereign will you have the right to know this question. Otherwise, Master can spend 1 billion hedonist points to decipher the hedonist sovereign system's secret information." Qin Feng almost cursed when he heard 1 billion hedonist points. However, this was enough to show how powerful and mysterious the hedonist sovereign system was. Qin Feng didn't know if he could gather 1 billion hedonist points in this lifetime. He also didn't know if he could rise from a rank 6 hedonist sovereign to a rank 9 hedonist sovereign. Thus, Qin Feng could only suppress his curiosity about the system for now. While Qin Feng sat cross-legged on the ground and studied the out-of-print interface, he had completely absorbed the inner yuan pill's medicinal effects. Qin Feng had recovered 90% of his strength, and his dantian felt like it was swelling up. On this day, Qin Feng ate 4 inner elemental pills in a row. He also fought with the experts of various large sects and even fought with Uncle Fu and Qi Wanjun, who were both in the stage 9 external realm. Qin Feng already felt that his strength had been sufficiently stabilized and that he could break through at any time. Qin Feng didn't have time to break through when he was surrounded by danger. Now that the danger was gone, Qin Feng closed his eyes and sat on the ground. He started to circulate the inner qi in his body. After completing a small circulation, Qin Feng felt that the inner qi in his body had become more abundant. After completing a large circulation, Qin Feng's body was boiling hot, and wisps of white mist came out of his back. The intense pressure before breaking through surged into his heart. Qin Feng felt that the inner qi in his dantian was about to explode at any time. Bang! An explosion came from Qin Feng's body without warning. Qin Feng slowly opened his eyes. His eyes shone brightly, and the aura in his body underwent a huge change. He lightly raised his hand, and a white light shot out, breaking a tree branch in front of him. The powerful inner qi surprised Qin Feng slightly. He didn't expect the feeling of a stage 6 inner qi cultivator to be like this. It took Qin Feng less than a month to break through from stage 5 inner qi to stage 6 inner qi. There were only a few people in China who had such rapid growth. After breaking through, Qin Feng stretched his muscles and bones. Then, he sat on the ground and began to consolidate his strength. Half an hour later, Qin Feng opened his eyes again. He gave off an imposing aura without being angry. In the hour that Qin Feng had broken through, the news of Qin Feng's death spread like wildfire in the 4 cities of Yun Province and the martial arts world. On the bustling streets of Acropolis City, people came and went, and they were all discussing the same topic. I'll tell you a secret. Don't tell me it's me. I heard from others that Qin Feng is dead. The boy whispered nervously into the girl's ear as a young couple walked on the street. The little girl looked as if she had seen a ghost. She jumped in fright and said, "Dear, is today April Fool's Day? This kind of joke can't be made carelessly. A few days ago, I heard that young Master Qin returned triumphantly and suppressed all the big families in the 4 cities of Yun Province. Especially in our Acropolis City, the 4 big families and 5 small families are like mice seeing a cat when they see young Master Qin. How could he suddenly die?" The little girl must have been frightened by this news. She couldn't control her voice, and she almost shouted at the top of her lungs. The few people who were close to her immediately kept a certain distance from the young couple. They were afraid that this matter would implicate them. "Darling, don't shout so loudly. I just heard from others, and I don't know if it's true or not. If young Master Qin's people hear this, we'll both die." Chapter 563. In Acropolis City's Fei Tian bar, Lu Wenjing had an anxious expression on her face. Longhair stood in front of Lu Wenjing, his face red with anxiety. He looked like he wanted to kill someone. "Longhair, what's going on? Who dared to spread rumors about Qin Feng's death? Also, why can't I get through to Qin Feng's phone? I order you to contact Qin Feng within half an hour, no matter what method you use. Otherwise, I'll make you pay." Lu Wenjing angrily yelled at Longhair. Ever since news of Qin Feng's death spread throughout Acropolis City, Qin Feng's women were scared witless. They continuously called Qin Feng's phone, but until now, none of them had been able to get through. Longhair was also very anxious. At this time, he hurriedly led the brothers of the phone group to search for Qin Feng throughout the city. Lu Wenjing's body went limp, and she collapsed weakly onto the sofa with a worried expression. "Hello, is this Bai Qing?" Lu Wenjing had just sat down when her phone rang. Bai Qing's anxious voice came from the phone. "Wenjing, did you hear about Qin Feng's death? What's going on? Why can't I get through to Qin Feng's phone? I'm with Bei Bei right now. Is Qin Feng with you? We'll go look for you right now." Before, Bai Qing and Lu Wenjing didn't get along very well. Both of them had strong personalities and would fight whenever they saw each other. However, because of the news of Qin Feng's death, both of them stopped messing around. Hearing Bai Qing's anxious voice and Lin Bei Bei's hurried breathing, Lu Wenjing became even more anxious. "You guys come over first. Qin Feng isn't with me, so let's think of a way to find him together." Li Yuchen and Zhao Lingxian also heard the news. The 2 women were like ants on a hot pan. However, they didn't interact much with Qin Feng's other women, so they could only worry on their own. They couldn't get through to Qin Feng's phone no matter how hard they tried. Jincheng City. Han Ying originally thought she would completely forget about Qin Feng and treat him as a stranger. However, after hearing about Qin Feng's death, she immediately started investigating. The Han family was now the most powerful family in Jincheng City, and they had many methods and power. Not long after, Han Ying received a video of Qin Feng's fight. When Han Ying saw Qin Feng being punched into a bloody pulp by a man wearing a wolf mask, her body went limp and she fainted. When she woke up, she remembered that Qin Feng was really dead. Han Ying's tears uncontrollably flowed down like a flood. She cried, and she fainted again. Sky City's Su family was in an uproar. Su Xiatian cried like a little girl whose lollipop was snatched away. Su Qiuyu, who was always strong and calm, also knelt on the ground and quietly wiped her tears. As for Elder Su, he fainted a long time ago. In Su Qiuyu's boudoir, the LCD TV repeatedly replayed the scene of Qin Feng being punched into a pulp. Su Qiuyu was also an orthodox martial cultivator. She watched the video over and over again with heartache. Su Qiuyu wanted to find some flaws in the video. She wanted to prove that the video was a fake created by someone else or someone who found a substitute. However, Su Qiuyu watched the video over 100 times and still couldn't find a single clue. She knew Qin Feng too well since she had slept with him. Su Qiuyu knew that the video wasn't edited and the Qin Feng in the video was the real Qin Feng. However, Su Qiuyu refused to believe it. This was the first time she had learned to lie to herself. Many people in Jingdu City received the news of Qin Feng's death. Dongfang Mingwang, Lu Bingbing, and Yun Xiao were anxious to confirm the truth. The news of Qin Feng's death spread like wildfire among the sects in the martial arts world. Some people from the 3 sects and 5 sects of China celebrated Qin Feng's death, while others frowned in sorrow. Most of them were disappointed and regretful because they couldn't get the treasures and techniques from Qin Feng. Phew! This feels great. Qin Feng stretched his body and stood up from the ground. Qin Feng had completely stabilized his strength in Stage 6 Inner Qi, and he was now strong enough to fight against a Stage 8 Inner Qi master. As for the news of Qin Feng's death, Qin Feng didn't know about it yet. Even if he heard about it, he wouldn't be surprised because this was the effect Qin Feng wanted to achieve. Qin Feng stretched his limbs. He was not in a hurry to leave the Mount of Warcraft. Instead, he walked toward the forest in the north and south according to the system. Qin Feng rode the fire dragon for about half an hour before he finally saw the 2 battle pets, one with cyan fur and the other with golden fur. Both the glacial snow mastiff and the flaming golden eagle were severely injured. When they saw Qin Feng, their eyes shone with excitement and they let out happy cries. However, the 2 battle pets didn't rush to Qin Feng's side. It was obvious that their injuries were too severe for them to even move. Qin Feng dashed to the 2 battle pets, hugged them in his arms, and stroked their fur dotingly. Qin Feng used the system to synthesize Black Tortoise, Pikachu, and the 2 fellows in front of him who had already grown up. These 4 pets were like his own children in Qin Feng's eyes. Qin Feng had always left them outside to train, but in his heart, he was extremely worried and missed them. The 2 battle pets also treated Qin Feng like their mother. When they were fighting, they were invincible and fierce, but now, they were as obedient as 2 bunnies. The glacier snow mastiff kept rubbing its head against Qin Feng's face, while the flaming golden falcon kept flapping its wings and screeching excitedly. After playing with the 2 battle pets for a while, Qin Feng began to check their injuries. The black demon bear was more powerful than Qin Feng had imagined. He didn't expect that the flaming golden eagle and the glacial snow mastiff would be beaten black and blue even when they worked together. Qin Feng felt lucky that he had lured the fire wolf away. Otherwise, the 2 battle pets would have died. Since the 2 battle pets couldn't move, Qin Fan carried them to a comfortable place to lie down. Qin Fan quickly purchased 10 bottles of elementary gold sore potion from the system and carefully applied the potion to the 2 battle pets' wounds. The 2 battle pets' wounds were numerous and serious. At first, they cried out in pain when Qin Fan applied the potion. But the elementary gold sore potion worked. Soon, the 2 battle pets quieted down and looked at Qin Fan with gratitude. Not only were the glacial snow mastiff and the flaming golden eagle injured, but they were also suffering from internal injuries. Qin Fan took out the healing pellets and refreshment pellets he made with the cauldron of heaven and earth and fed them to the 2 battle pets. Qin Fan was worried and wanted to buy an inner pellet for each of them. But Little Pig reminded Qin Fan that the Mount of Devil Beasts was full of spirit herbs. The glacial snow mastiff and the flaming golden eagle could find their own herbs to treat internal injuries. Besides, the inner pellet was effective for human beings, but not for battle pets. Therefore, Qin Fan gave up on the idea of buying the inner pellet. Under Qin Fan's careful care, the 2 battle pets recovered quickly. Half an hour later, they could stand up. The glacier mastiff had begun to stretch its muscles and the blaze golden falcon was flapping its wings and hovering over Qin Fan's head. Roar! The glacial snow mastiff let out a long howl and rushed toward Qin Fan. Qin Fan could now understand what the 2 battle pets were saying. The glacial snow mastiff wanted Qin Fan to ride on its back. Qin Fan leaped and landed on the glacial snow mastiff's back. The glacial snow mastiff was so fast that it sped through the Mount of Devil Beasts with Qin Fan. With the 2 battle pets' current strength, no wild beasts dared to attack them in the middle area of the Mount of Devil Beasts. They were like bosses in this area. Wherever they went, other wild beasts and birds would flee in fear. Qin Fan sat on the glacial snow mastiff while the flaming dragon horse galloped happily behind them. From time to time, the flaming golden eagle would chirp excitedly. Whoosh! Qin Fan leaped and landed on the flaming golden eagle. The flaming golden eagle suddenly became excited. It suddenly raised its head and flew higher into the sky. Soon, the flaming golden eagle was hundreds of meters high in the sky. Qin Fan sat on the flaming golden eagle's back, feeling the wind roaring in his ears. The Mount of Devil Beasts was right under Qin Fan's feet. He could see most of the mountain at a glance. However, the sky above the mountain was always covered by dense dark clouds, so he couldn't see what was going on inside. This was the second time that Qin Fan had sat on the back of the flaming golden eagle and experienced the feeling of flying. Qin Fan loved this thrilling feeling. All of a sudden, he thought of the meteor flying sword in the out-of-print interface. Qin Fan coveted that flying sword more and more. He wished he could unlock the seal on the flying sword and build a flying sword that belonged to him. From then on, he could ride on the sword and kill people with it. Qin Fan played with the 2 battle pets for a while. They were all very happy, as if the previous battle and all the hatred and resentment had nothing to do with them. Qin Fan enjoyed this feeling, but he had to come back to reality. Qin Fan still had many grudges to avenge. He had to win the Qin family martial arts competition in the capital and become the family head so that his father and Uncle Fu could live in peace. Qin Fan also had to find out his mother's identity and find out where he came from. Qin Fan also had to find Su Ruoro and ask her. He also had to find a safe place to settle down his women. He also had to earn more hedonist points and unlock the secrets of the hedonist sovereign system. Qin Fan had too many things on his shoulders. Although he was tired of scheming and killing, he had to face it. He was a man with an indomitable spirit. He had to fight for his women, his family, and his friends. He had to make himself stronger and protect the people he loved. Qin Fan was like this, and so were the 2 battle pets. When Qin Feng suggested to recall the glacial snow mastiff and the flaming golden eagle back into the system so that they wouldn't have to face this kind of life and death training in the future, the two battle pets firmly objected. They were the same as Qin Feng. They had to improve themselves for the people they loved and become stronger. Only then could they protect the people they loved. Qin Feng bid farewell to the two battle pets. 2 drops of tears rolled down his cheeks. It was said that men didn't easily shed tears unless they were deeply hurt. Chapter 564. Qin Feng walked out of Devil Beast Mountain and stood at the entrance of Devil Beast Mountain. The wind howled around him, making Qin Feng's red cloak flutter. In front of him was Song River. The black tortoise lived in this area not long ago. However, Qin Feng didn't sense the black tortoise after sensing for a while. It seemed that this big guy had already dominated this area of water and was heading towards the vast and dangerous sea. Qin Feng also thought of Pikachu. Of his 4 battle pets, Pikachu was the only one that hadn't evolved yet. Whenever there was danger, that little guy would be so scared that its fur would stand on end and it would run faster than anyone else. Qin Feng gave Pikachu to Su Ruoro. Now, Su Ruoro was in a secluded place with verdant hills and limpid waters. Qin Feng couldn't find her or Pikachu. In front of him was the mountain resort shrouded in moonlight. Qin Feng stood facing the river and thought of the time when he brought Bai Qing here to play. It was also Bai Qing's high school reunion. Zhu Dinyo originally wanted to frame Bai Qing, so she told Qin Feng the secret of Bai Qing's high school graduation night. Coincidentally, Qin Feng found out that Bai Qing was the little girl he played with in high school. Qin Feng had too many beautiful memories of Acropolis City. After this life and death battle, Qin Feng was filled with emotions. Smelling the river breeze, Qin Feng felt as if he had returned to that time. After standing by the river for a while, Qin Feng composed himself and rode Flaming Dragon Horse towards Acropolis City under the cover of the night. News of Qin Feng's death spread for a day and a night. Everyone tirelessly scrolled through Weibo, watched the news, and paid attention to the latest developments. On a small website, someone uploaded the video of Green Wolf fighting Qin Feng. The number of views on the video instantly skyrocketed, and it crashed the small website's backend a few times. When everyone saw the video, many people were dumbfounded. Most of them were ordinary people who didn't know about cultivation or martial arts. They saw a man wearing a wolf mask brutally beating Qin Feng like Superman, and then beating him into a puddle of blood. How could the special effects of this video be so fucking realistic? If China Animation could get the team that made this fake video to help them, wouldn't they instantly beat the Japanese and American animation? Many people thought that the video was fake, but it didn't mean that no one believed it. After Qin Feng and the women in Acropolis City saw the video, they all believed the video was real. After staying with Qin Feng for so long, they had some understanding of the world of martial artists, and they knew that the people in the video were all martial artists. After finding out that Qin Feng was really dead, Lin Bei cried over and over again until she fainted. Lu Wenjing sat on the ground without a word for an entire day. Bai Qing and Li Yuqin were still anxiously searching for Qin Feng on the streets, so they didn't have time to watch this video. Otherwise, if the 2 girls saw the video, they would definitely recognize the wolf-headed man. Wasn't that Qin Feng? Acropolis City was thrown into chaos because of Qin Feng's death. The people of the Feng group shouted young Master Qin's name all over the streets. The 4 great families and the 5 small families immediately sent people to help the Feng group find him. These great families actually wanted Qin Feng to die, but they didn't dare to show their joy. After the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace, there were rumors that Qin Feng had died, but didn't Qin Feng suddenly return? Who knew if it would be the same this time? Xian Er, you've been in your room for an entire day. Come out and eat something. I watched Qin Feng grow up. Although he's a bit willful and wasteful, he's kind at heart. The heavens will definitely take care of him, so don't believe those rumors. Zhao Dehai stood in front of his daughter's room, anxiously pacing back and forth. After finding out that Qin Feng had died, Zhao Lingxian hadn't left the house for an entire day. She hadn't even touched a drop of water, and no matter how Zhao Dehai tried to persuade her, it was useless. Xian, I've left food at your door. Remember to come out and eat. Zhao Dehai called for his daughter tens of times, but she didn't respond. Zhao Dehai sighed and shook his head, then returned to his room. Under the large floor-to-ceiling window, Zhao Lingxian was wearing pink pajamas as she sat on the wooden floor. Her large, watery eyes were completely lifeless as she looked up at the crescent moon in the sky. Every now and then, she would wipe her tears. 2 days ago, Zhao Lingxian had found out that Qin Feng had returned to the Acropolis city. Not only had he returned, but he had also suppressed the 4 major families and 5 minor families, rebuilt the Qin residence, and returned triumphantly. After hearing this, Zhao Lingxian was as happy as a little girl. She couldn't stop smiling every day, and she wore her most beautiful dress as she waited at home for Qin Feng to come find her. Zhao Lingxian was sure that Qin Feng would come find her after he returned. However, after waiting for 7 days, Qin Feng still hadn't returned. Just as Zhao Lingxian was feeling a bit disappointed, she suddenly received news of Qin Feng's death. This news dealt a heavy blow to Zhao Lingxian. Zhao Lingxian still hadn't recovered from the joy of Qin Feng's triumphant return, and now Qin Feng had died again. Zhao Lingxian had also seen the video of Qin Feng's death online, which was why she was so upset. She had seen the battle between Qin Feng and Liang Zhenwei in front of her house, so she knew that the video wasn't fake. This time, Qin Feng had truly died. After sitting on the floor for an entire day, Zhao Lingxian's legs were numb and she couldn't feel them. Her disappointed and empty eyes suddenly brightened, as if she had made a firm decision. Zhao Lingxian suddenly picked up her phone. After searching for a long time, she finally found a phone number. It was actually the number of the capital's Liang family's eldest young master, Liang Yu. Zhao Lingxian. The call connected after a while, and Liang Yu's uncertain voice came from the other side. It's me. Zhao Lingxian said, suppressing her disgust. Humph. Why are you calling me, you stinking woman? Could it be that you're lonely in the middle of the night and want me to play with you? Liang Yu confirmed that the call was from Zhao Lingxian and instantly felt a bellyful of anger. Liang Yu was infatuated with Zhao Lingxian's beauty the moment he saw her. He used the Liang family's power to pressure Zhao Dehai into marrying Zhao Lingxian to him. The marriage was already set and Zhao Lingxian was about to be his, but the capital's Dongfang family came to cause trouble. Dongfang Mingwang made it clear that he wanted the Liang family to cancel the marriage. This made Liang Yu so angry that he couldn't eat for a few days. However, facing the enormous Dongfang family, Liang Yu could only hold it in no matter how dissatisfied he was. I need your help with something. Zhao Lingxian said indifferently, as if she didn't hear Liang Yu's frivolous words. Ha! I didn't hear wrong, did I? You need my help. Isn't your Zhao family very capable? You can even invite the Dongfang family's elder. Why the fuck are you looking for me? Liang Yu thought the Dongfang family had been asked to help by the Zhao family. He didn't think it was caused by Qin Feng. Zhao Lingxian was dumbfounded by Liang Yu's words. She didn't know the Dongfang family's elder at all. In reality, Zhao Lingxian felt a bit strange. 4 months ago, Liang Yu was bothering her every day. Why did he suddenly stop? Also, the Liang family cancelled the marriage. This made Zhao Lingxian happy, but also puzzled. I'm asking if you'll help me or not. Time was of the essence, so Zhao Lingxian didn't have time to think too much. Her voice became a bit cold. Why should I help you? Liang Yu's tone also became cold. If you help me this time, I'll agree to marry you. Zhao Lingxian said without thinking. The person on the other side of the phone was stunned for a while. Then, Liang Yu's questioning voice came, Are you crazy? You're messing with me, right? If you wanted to marry me, why did you cancel the marriage before? Zhao Lingxian couldn't understand what Liang Yu was saying. She continued to ask, I've already told you my conditions. Are you going to help me or not? Liang Yu was dumbfounded by Zhao Lingxian. He realized that Zhao Lingxian's tone didn't sound like she was joking. Moreover, Liang Yu knew Zhao Lingxian. This woman usually didn't joke around. She didn't even bother to say anything to people she didn't like. After thinking for a while, Liang Yu hurriedly said, What do you want me to help you with? Your Liang family is also a martial cultivation family. You must have a membership in the Martial Arts Alliance, right? Help me investigate a person called Green Wolf. If you can get me his phone number, I'll immediately marry you. Zhao Lingxian said without hesitation. Liang Yu was even more confused. Why do you want Green Wolf's phone number? You don't need to ask so many questions. Are you going to do it or not? If you don't, I'll find someone else. Zhao Lingxian was too lazy to talk to Liang Yu. If it weren't for the fact that Zhao Lingxian couldn't find anyone else, she wouldn't have asked Liang Yu. Actually, Zhao Lingxian had already thought about it. She saw the wolf-headed man kill Qin Feng on the video and heard someone call the wolf-headed man Green Wolf. So, Zhao Lingxian wanted to take revenge for Qin Feng. She wanted to get Green Wolf's phone number, meet Green Wolf, then seduce Green Wolf and take him down with her. As for Zhao Lingxian agreeing to marry Liang Yu, it was just a pretense. Even if Zhao Lingxian died, she wouldn't marry a man other than Qin Feng. Okay. Then it's settled. I'll record this conversation, so don't go back on your word when the time comes. Liang Yu's voice became excited. He didn't think that the swan meat that had flown away from his mouth would fly back on its own. After hanging up Zhao Lingxian's call, Liang Yu was extremely excited. Zhao Lingxian's wonderful figure and beautiful face appeared in his mind. As a descendant of a large family in the capital, Liang Yu had played with many women, but none of them were as exquisite as Zhao Lingxian. Liang Yu quickly logged into the Martial Arts Alliance's member account and directly entered Green Wolf's name into the search engine. He waited for Green Wolf to confirm the friend request. Qin Feng wore the Green Wolf mask and stood at the entrance of the Royal Hotel. To avoid attracting attention, Qin Feng bought a talisman of clairvoyance from the system and walked into the hotel lobby as if there was no one around. He went all the way to the top floor, took out the room card for Presidential Suite 888, swiped it, and entered the room. Ding dong. Qin Feng had just laid down on the large Simmons bed when the Martial Arts Alliance's phone automatically connected to the Wi-Fi and a notification sounded. Qin Feng logged into the Martial Arts Alliance's member account and found that a person called Prince Liang had sent him a friend request. Chapter 565. Who are you? I don't know you. Qin Feng did not directly accept the friend request. Instead, he replied to young Master Liang. Very quickly, the other party replied, Brother Green Wolf, I want to be friends with you. I hope you can accept my friend request. Qin Feng raised his eyebrows slightly. He felt that there was something wrong with this person called young Master Liang. Why did he insist on adding him as a friend? Qin Feng even thought of a few enemies, but it was impossible for these people to know Green Wolf's identity. This matter made Qin Feng completely confused. Who are you? Why do you insist on adding me as a friend? Qin Feng replied. In the capital city's Liang family's villa, Liang Yu looked at Green Wolf's reply and did not think much of it. This was because many disciples from sects or large families would use fake nicknames to join the martial arts alliance to hide their identities. Liang Yu did not use his real name as a member in the martial arts alliance, so his caution towards Qin Feng was understandable. In order to gain Green Wolf's trust and successfully obtain his phone number, Liang Yu took the initiative to reveal his identity. Hello, Brother Green Wolf. I am Liang Yu, the eldest son of the capital city's Liang family. I have no ill intentions towards you. I just sincerely want to be friends with you. Ding dong. Qin Feng's phone rang again. When he saw the other party's reply, he almost threw his phone away. Qin Feng really did not understand how Liang Yu knew his identity as Green Wolf. If Liang Yu really didn't know him, Qin Feng wouldn't believe his nonsense. Would he add someone he didn't know for no reason? Liang Yu, why did you add me? Qin Feng's eyes suddenly turned cold. He already had the thought of killing Liang Yu. Ah. You know me. I already said that I just want to be friends with you. Why don't you add me as a friend first? We can talk in detail. Liang Yu was shocked by Qin Feng's reply. He felt that Green Wolf seemed to know him. Qin Feng saw that Liang Yu recognized his identity as Green Wolf, so he immediately added Liang Yu. As soon as he added Green Wolf, he immediately scolded him. Son of a bitch, what do you want? Don't think that I'm afraid of your Liang family. If you dare to threaten me, I'll rush to the capital tonight and burn down your Liang family. Qin Feng had too many things to deal with recently, so he had been busy for a while and hadn't bothered with Liang Yu. However, Qin Feng still remembered Liang Yu in his heart. Back then, Liang Yu used the power of the Liang family to forcefully oppress Zhao Dechuan and force Zhao Lingxian to marry him. At that time, Qin Feng was too weak and couldn't contend against the Liang family. But now, Qin Feng could be said to have undergone earth-shattering changes. The Liang family was no longer worthy of his attention. Qin Feng even dared to offend the big and small forces of the outer martial arts world, so what was the Liang family? Liang Yu had just received the news that Green Wolf had accepted his friend request, so he was excited. Then, he received an angry rebuke from Green Wolf, which confused Liang Yu. No matter what, Liang Yu was the young master of a large family in the capital. Normally, no one dared to offend him. Now that he was scolded for no reason, Liang Yu was so angry that his eyes almost popped out. However, when he thought about how he was about to push down that exquisite girl, Zhao Lingxian, Liang Yu forcefully suppressed the anger in his heart and had to reply with a smile. Brother Green Wolf, don't you know me? Or did you mistake someone else for me? I don't think we know each other. Why do you scold me as soon as you open your mouth? Seeing Liang Yu's reply, Qin Feng didn't know what this brat was doing. Since he took the initiative to add him, was there a need to pretend like he didn't know him? If he didn't know him, why did he add him? Was he gay? Son of a bitch, since you took the initiative to add me, then don't play dumb with me. Tell me, why are you looking for me? Qin Feng replied bluntly. Liang Yu was so angry that he blew his beard and glared. If it wasn't for Zhao Lingxian's body, Liang Yu would have started cursing at Green Wolf. Ahem. Brother Green Wolf, I just want to be friends with you. Can you give me your number? Liang Yu replied. Qin Feng hesitated for a moment and wondered if he should give Liang Yu his phone number. Qin Feng mistakenly thought that Liang Yu had guessed his identity as Green Wolf, so if Qin Feng didn't give him his phone number, wouldn't that be admitting defeat in front of Liang Yu? But if he gave Liang Yu his phone, what kind of sinister trick was this brat planning? Son of a bitch, why do you want Grandpa's phone? If you miss Grandpa, Grandpa will go to the capital's Liang family to find you in 2 days. I guarantee I'll burn down the entire Liang family. Qin Feng decided not to give Liang Yu his phone number for now. He wanted to figure out Liang Yu's intentions first. At this time, Liang Yu was sitting on the sofa in the living room of the villa. He was so angry that he smashed the expensive coffee table in front of him with one punch. Brat, I'm talking to you nicely, but you keep pushing your luck. I just want your phone number, and you don't have the guts to give it to me. Liang Yu couldn't hold it in anymore and started to provoke Qin Feng. Qin Feng was also angered. Liang Yu could be considered Qin Feng's rival in love, so how could Qin Feng admit defeat in front of him? He immediately gave Liang Yu his phone number. Son of a bitch, you received my number, right? Grandpa wants to see what tricks you can play. Grandpa will be waiting for you. Now that Qin Feng had broken through to stage 6 inner chi, he wasn't afraid of facing a stage 8 inner chi expert. Moreover, not long ago, Qin Feng raised his Thunder Tiger fists to the pinnacle level. His external martial arts skills also greatly improved, so why would he be afraid of Liang Yu coming to cause trouble for him? Liang Yu was still suppressing a bellyful of anger after getting Green Wolf's phone number. However, Liang Yu was too lazy to deal with Green Wolf, so he immediately blocked him. After calming himself down, Liang Yu revealed a vulgar smile and immediately picked up his phone to call Zhao Lingxian. It was already past 2 in the morning, but Zhao Lingxian wasn't sleepy at all. She picked up the phone as soon as it rang. Is Green Wolf's call coming? Zhao Lingxian asked hurriedly. Liang Yu's vulgar laughter was heard. Baby, I just got Green Wolf's phone number. Are you at home? I'll take a plane to your house right now. We haven't seen each other in a long time, so let's have a good time. Zhao Lingxian was about to die of disgust from Liang Yu's voice. She resisted the urge to vomit and said coldly, "Give me your phone number first. I want to verify if it's Green Wolf's." Liang Yu didn't suspect Zhao Lingxian. After all, the Zhao family's businesses were in Acropolis, so they couldn't have run away. I already sent you my phone number. That's right, why do you want Green Wolf's phone? That person is an idiot and acts like he's the king of heaven. If I find out his true identity, I'll definitely kill him. After finding out that Liang Yu had sent her his phone number, Zhao Lingxian couldn't be bothered to answer Liang Yu and immediately hung up. Zhao Lingxian quickly memorized Green Wolf's number and called him. Since Liang Yu had just gotten Green Wolf's number, it meant that Green Wolf hadn't gone to sleep yet. After Qin Feng gave Liang Yu his phone number, he waited to see how Liang Yu would threaten him. After waiting for a while, Qin Feng discovered that the brat had blocked him. This made Qin Feng extremely angry. Just as Qin Feng was about to call Liang Yu and angrily scold him, his phone rang. It was the middle of the night. When Qin Feng saw that the caller ID was Zhao Lingxian's number, he was a bit confused. Qin Feng's current phone number was a new one he made before coming to Acropolis. Logically speaking, Zhao Lingxian shouldn't know it, right? Hey! Xian Air. Qin Feng felt a bit guilty that he hadn't gone to find Zhao Lingxian after returning to Acropolis. He was about to call out to Zhao Lingxian intimately when he was interrupted by her charming and alluring voice. Hello, mister. Do you need any special services? Qin Feng jumped up from his bed and stared dumbly at the number on his phone. He couldn't come to his senses for a while. Zhao Lingxian's charming voice came from the phone again. Qin Feng felt his bones soften when he heard it. Mister, are you there? I'm a student at Acropolis University. I'm pretty and have a good figure. I usually make my own clothes to earn some pocket money. I'm very clean, and the price is fair. It's only 300 yuan for a night. If you need it, I'll send you a beautiful picture of me. If you like it, I'll go find you. Qin Feng was sure that this was Zhao Lingxian's voice. However, Qin Feng had known Zhao Lingxian for a long time, but he had never heard her speak like this before. Zhao Lingxian had always appeared as a cold and aloof princess. Even though she would act like a little girl when she was with Qin Feng in private, this kind of innocent voice didn't match Zhao Lingxian's proud and aloof personality. Ahem, why are you sure what you just said was true? Qin Feng felt incredibly nervous. He felt as if his heart had been stabbed by needles. He didn't know what had happened in the 3 months he had been gone. How had Zhao Lingxian become like this? Qin Feng used Green Wolf's voice to understand the current Zhao Lingxian. Zhao Lingxian naturally didn't hear anything strange and continued to act coquettishly. Mister, of course I'm serious. I'll send you a beautiful picture of me. If you like it, tell me your address and I can sign up for your service. After speaking, Zhao Lingxian hung up because she could tell that Green Wolf was moved. Zhao Lingxian was burning with the flames of vengeance. She wanted to appear in front of Green Wolf in the next second and kill him to take revenge for Qin Feng. In order to entice Green Wolf, Zhao Lingxian ran onto the bed and took off all her clothes. She used one hand to cover her chest and the private area between her legs, while she used the other hand to take a photo from a relatively conservative angle. The photo was quite large, and everything that should be exposed was exposed. Zhao Lingxian felt a bit disgusted with herself, but when she thought of the dead Qin Feng, Zhao Lingxian gritted her teeth and sent the photo to Green Wolf's phone. Qin Feng had been waiting for Zhao Lingxian's message the entire time. When he opened Zhao Lingxian's message, he was so shocked that he threw his phone away. In the photo, Zhao Lingxian was incredibly flirtatious and naked. Her enchanting eyes seemed to be able to steal a man's soul, but Qin Feng wasn't moved at all. Instead, he felt a sense of loss and sadness. Mister, how's my photo? Where are you? I'll come find you. After sending the photo, Zhao Lingxian quickly sent a message. Chapter 566. Seeing the location given by Azure Wolf, Zhao Lingxian felt incredibly excited. However, her expression quickly became cold. Royal Hotel Suite 888 was Qin Feng's personal room. She never thought that Azure Wolf would dare to hide here after killing Qin Feng. Zhao Lingxian was furious. All right, sir, please wait for a moment. I'll be right there. Zhao Lingxian sent Azure Wolf a message. She was afraid that Azure Wolf would change his mind, so she turned off her phone. Zhao Lingxian hadn't left her room for a whole day. She tiptoed downstairs in the middle of the night, found a fruit knife in the kitchen, and hid it in her underwear. Taking advantage of the darkness, she drove towards the Royal Hotel. Qin Feng threw his phone to one side and sat on the bed, looking like his soul had left his body. Qin Feng still didn't understand why Zhao Lingxian had become like this. Was she really a prostitute? Ding dong ding dong. Just as Qin Feng was lost in his thoughts, the doorbell rang. Qin Feng saw that it was Zhao Lingxian, so he hurriedly opened the door. Creak. As the door opened, the beautiful Zhao Lingxian entered Qin Feng's eyes. Qin Feng hadn't seen Zhao Lingxian for 3 months, and he suddenly felt like 30 years had passed. Zhao Lingxian had evidently put a lot of effort into her makeup. She looked incredibly alluring, but Qin Feng didn't recognize her. Zhao Lingxian wore a bright red windbreaker with a sexy low-cut halter top underneath. She wore a miniskirt, and her long, beautiful legs were covered with white stockings. Anyone who saw her would have the urge to pounce on her. Sir, hello, we spoke on the phone before. When Zhao Lingxian saw the Azure Wolf, she was so nervous that she couldn't even speak properly. The Azure Wolf was wearing a savage wolf mask, and under the dim light, it looked quite frightening. Zhao Lingxian's heart started to beat wildly. "Beauty, please come in." Azure Wolf came back to his senses and moved to the side to let Zhao Lingxian in. Zhao Lingxian walked into the room and took off her red windbreaker, revealing her beautiful shoulders and long legs. She wore almost nothing underneath, and looked quite seductive. Qin Feng had already closed the door, and his gaze fell on Zhao Lingxian's body. He was deeply attracted by her perfect figure and handsome face. However, Qin Feng quickly came back to his senses, and his heart was filled with discomfort. "Sir, do I look good?" Zhao Lingxian gave Green Wolf a flirtatious look. If it was a normal man, they would definitely be mesmerized by Zhao Lingxian. Not bad." Qin Feng didn't know how to answer, so he looked hesitant. Zhao Lingxian didn't think that Green Wolf wouldn't be interested even after she tried to seduce him. This made her incredibly anxious. She had always been a noble princess, and had always been proud and aloof in front of everyone. Zhao Lingxian wasn't an expert at seducing men. However, in order to take revenge for Qin Feng, Zhao Lingxian gritted her teeth and suddenly took off the sling on her shoulders. The sling on her upper body suddenly slid down, revealing her soft and white skin. "Zhao Ling, what are you doing? Hurry up and put on my clothes." Qin Feng was dumbfounded by Zhao Lingxian's actions. He couldn't understand why Zhao Lingxian had suddenly become like this. Thinking about how Zhao Lingxian was hugging, kissing, and cuddling with many men, Qin Feng felt like his head was going to explode. "Ah! Sir, what happened to you?" Zhao Lingxian was given a fright by the Azure Wolf's roar. She felt that the Azure Wolf was a bit strange, but what was strange about it? Zhao Lingxian also couldn't understand. "Sir, it can't be that this is your first time, right? Don't be nervous, this little girl is very skilled. I guarantee that you'll feel good." Since Zhao Lingxian had come to Green Wolf's place and had even shown him her upper body, she had no intention of leaving alive. Zhao Lingxian suddenly walked over to Green Wolf's side and leapt into his embrace. A softness pressed against Qin Feng's chest, and that familiar fragrance wafted into his nose. However, Qin Feng wasn't interested at all. Instead, he was filled with anger. "Hurry and let go of me and put on your clothes." Qin Feng pushed Zhao Lingxian away. He was going to wait for her to put on her clothes before revealing his identity. Then, he would properly ask Zhao Lingxian why she had become so frivolous. Zhao Lingxian found that Green Wolf was indeed a bit different. How could he not be moved by her beauty? Right now, Zhao Lingxian's only advantage was her beauty. If her honey trap failed, how could she get revenge? In her impatience, Zhao Lingxian couldn't care too much. With a rip, she suddenly tore off the white stockings on her jade-like legs. She tore them into pieces, looking extremely wild and stimulating. After tearing off the stockings, Zhao Lingxian took off her short skirt and leapt into Green Wolf's embrace again. She took the initiative to press her lips against Green Wolf's. "Sir, you're so tall and mighty. I can't wait anymore. Hurry and take me." Zhao Lingxian's soft and alluring voice sounded in Qin Feng's ear. Following this, Qin Feng felt Zhao Lingxian's smooth, jade-like hands reach into his pants and boldly grope about. Qin Feng's body started to react. He had always liked Zhao Lingxian, and now that she was taking the initiative in front of him, Qin Feng would be lying if he said he wasn't excited. "Don't be like this. Hurry and stand properly." Qin Feng breathed heavily as he glared at Zhao Lingxian. How could Zhao Lingxian listen to Qin Feng? Not only did she not stop, but she became even more daring and wild. In the blink of an eye, Qin Feng realized that Zhao Lingxian had taken off his pants and was doing all sorts of things to curry favor with him. "Sir, let's get on the bed." I can't wait any longer. Zhao Lingxian could feel the changes in Green Wolf's body and knew that he had a reaction. She hurriedly struck while the iron was hot. She pulled Green Wolf to the side of the bed and hugged him as she rolled around on the bed. Qin Feng tried to push Zhao Lingxian away a few times, but found that Zhao Lingxian seemed to be very excited. She tightly hugged him and refused to let go. Under Zhao Lingxian's various teasing, Qin Feng felt a bit lost. He started to no longer suppress the fire in his stomach and actively responded to Zhao Lingxian. His large hands wildly tore at Zhao Lingxian's clothes, as if he was venting the depressed emotions in his heart. Soon, Qin Feng was completely naked, and Zhao Lingxian was only left with her underwear. Qin Feng stretched out his hand to remove Zhao Lingxian's last line of defense, but was suddenly stopped by Zhao Lingxian. Sir, don't be in such a hurry. Let me kiss your entire body first before we start. The fruit knife was hidden in Zhao Lingxian's underwear. She wanted to kill Green Wolf in one blow when he wasn't paying attention. In order to make Green Wolf lower his guard, Zhao Lingxian madly kissed Green Wolf's body. She kissed him from his head to his chest, then down to his legs. Qin Feng let out a low roar and suddenly felt a wave of warmth envelop him. Seeing Zhao Lingxian's beauty and effort, Qin Feng felt both pain and happiness. Qin Feng's eyes slowly became hazy, as if he had lost all reason. Zhao Lingxian had been paying attention to Green Wolf's expression and reaction. Seeing Green Wolf's expression, Zhao Lingxian immediately took out the fruit knife from her underwear and stabbed it towards Qin Feng's heart without hesitation. Xian Air, what are you doing? Qin Feng was a stage 6 inner chi martial artist. How could Zhao Lingxian's actions escape his eyes? Before the fruit knife could fall, Qin Feng grabbed Zhao Lingxian's wrist. Oh! I'm going to kill you. I'm going to take revenge for Qin Feng. Let go, Wu, you must die. Zhao Lingxian acted as if she had gone mad. She used all of her strength to stab the dagger into Azure Wolf's chest, but how could she be as strong as Azure Wolf? The dagger seemed to freeze in mid-air, unable to advance any further. Zhao Lingxian knew that her assassination attempt had failed, and she even felt a bit regretful. Since Green Wolf could kill Qin Feng, he was naturally an expert. How could she possibly kill Green Wolf? Zhao Lingxian thought about how she had shown Green Wolf her entire body, and how she had kissed Green Wolf's entire body. Zhao Lingxian instantly despaired. Since she couldn't kill Green Wolf, she would kill herself to find Qin Feng. Let go! Zhao Lingxian angrily roared. Qin Feng was truly shocked and instinctively let go. In the next second, he saw Zhao Lingxian grab the dagger and stab it towards her own chest. Xian Air, what's wrong with you? Do you know what you've done tonight? Qin Feng reacted quickly and once again grabbed Zhao Lingxian's wrist. Zhao Lingxian found that she didn't even have the ability to kill herself. Her body went limp as she lay on the bed, crying her heart out. Halfway through her crying, Zhao Lingxian suddenly raised her head and looked at Green Wolf. She suddenly thought of something and stared at Qin Feng's eyes as she asked, You just called me Xian Air. Who are you? How do you know my pet name? Seeing Zhao Lingxian cry, Qin Feng's heart ached. Just as he was about to hug Zhao Lingxian hurriedly jumped off the bed and warily looked at the Green Wolf. Don't touch me. Hurry and tell me, who are you? Qin Feng didn't know how Zhao Lingxian had changed so much. Just a second ago, she was doing her best to bite him, but now he couldn't even hug her. Was she going to assassinate him? Qin Feng was going to be played to death by Zhao Lingxian. Xian Air, I'm Qin Feng. What's wrong? Don't scare me. Qin Feng nervously looked at Zhao Lingxian. Boom! Zhao Lingxian's head suddenly exploded as if she had been struck by lightning. She stood there in a daze. After staring blankly for over a minute, Zhao Lingxian slowly walked towards Qin Feng. You're really Qin Feng. You, quickly remove the mask from your head. Zhao Lingxian was so excited that she couldn't even speak properly. With a thought from Qin Feng, the sacred azure battle armor was returned to the system. Qin Feng appeared in front of Zhao Lingxian with his original appearance. Zhao Lingxian was dumbfounded. She stood there, not knowing what to do. Tears continuously flowed from her eyes. Qin Feng walked up and hugged the naked Zhao Lingxian. He patted her head and comforted her. Xian, don't cry. Did something happen? Why did you do that? Why did you want to assassinate me? Qin Feng felt that he had endless questions. Zhao Lingxian lay in Qin Feng's arms and cried for a while before suddenly pushing him away. Wait, are you really Qin Feng? I saw Qin Feng get killed by the wolf-masked bad guy. I came to get revenge on Green Wolf.